Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more VS Gaming CSGO Masters action. And we have a pretty impressive game for us. It's going to be DC versus Energy eSports. Of course, DC once again proving to be the roadblock for their competitors, Ryu.
Yeah.
Out of the question. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the vlogs.
VODs.
VODs, excuse me. I was looking at you, I was staring at you in your eyes, just save me.
Save me. Yeah, you go watch the VOD. I mean, it was DC WRG. They played a good game. And unfortunately, DC just rocked up. They played very good CS today. And unfortunately, WRG, didn't come to the party as well as they did in the first day where they played DC on Inferno.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing as well is that it's a different environment when you're playing, with a lot less pressure. You're going to lose at one, potentially go down to the low bracket, your life's on the line. But obviously the experience from DC just showing, why it is they're so consistently good throughout the years. And it is an interesting one because we see this a lot. Top three finishes being Bravado Energy and DC.
Yep.
So I don't think anyone's too surprised by the outcome.
Yeah.
But I do want to tip my hat to White Rabbit Gaming, actually. It was an unimpressive final performance.
Unfortunately.
But to get to where they had the position that they reached, the upset that they actually had over DC in the first round, and these are all things that they can be pretty proud about. And it bodes well for the SA scene to see some new teams busy, raising their hands, trying to get a little bit further down the line. But before we go too much into this next match, I was actually curious to hear what you guys thought about that. The progression of these sides. Like, obviously, Bravado and Energy they're standing very tall amongst their peers right now. What do we need to do to see these other sides reach the levels that these two teams have attained?
Well, I think it comes down to the point is that some people just don't have enough time maybe to put into CS. I know a lot of these, a couple of the teams have been prepping hard, boot camping before the event. But it comes to the point where we just need to be playing more CS and practicing harder. Although saying that the top two teams, so Energy, Bravado, they're doing very well. But everyone else in this tournament specifically have played really close CS. I mean, everything's been tight games.
Yeah.
We've seen one or two. Apart from I think the game WRG versus APG today or last night.
Last night.
That was a 2-0. Every game went to 3 games, and it was tight 3 games as well.
Yeah, I think we only started seeing 2-0s. So WRG APG was the only 2-0 that we saw before today. Today was a 2-0 from DC, but the difference being, so DC obviously the most experienced team by far. Energy and Bravado are the teams that probably put in the most amount of time into the game. They're the most professional, as it were, of the other teams. So I think the key to breaking that deadlock, right, is just play more, like you're saying, like just have more full-time teams, be more dedicated to the game.
Yeah.
Also, Bravado and Energy, one thing that we were talking about on day one is how this kind of event, how much time the WRG plays together, but we do know this is their first LAN team, more professional. And I think it's too unreasonable to expect the point that DC is no longer the keeper, simply because I think they are the keeper because they're the old guard. They're saying, guys, if you want to if you're better than them, then you're professional. If you're not better than them, then you're not professional yet. So just change your mentality, change your mindset, change the amount of commitment you put into this game, become professional, then you can probably beat DC and compete with Ian Bravado. But until then, it's going to still be those two on top, but for good reason. And I think that's probably healthy for the scene in that it's not just the guy who's just naturally good and he just stays naturally good. It's the team that puts in the most amount of time, puts in the most amount of strats, watches the most games, gets involved in the most amount of strats, has the most communication with one another. Just the best overall CS team, not just necessarily the most skilled players.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, those two teams definitely do put a lot of time and effort in. I know Energy, for example, have been boot camping for a week. Leading up to this event, and that's a lot of commitment. It's putting hours in, on a daily basis. I think that's also why some of the teams are just a lot further behind. I mean, you look at all the other 300 teams in South Africa, if you will. There's a lot of teams that I think, with a lot of work, could come up and challenge the likes of DC, Energy, and Bravado, but. As we've said, without time, without effort, and without I think the right coaching as well plays a big role. And also the team needs to have a mentality that they want to get better. They don't want to play now. It's not for playing for, with their friends or whatever the case may be. It's now you need to make the decision. We want to be good, and we want to just play this game to play to win.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we need to get.
I mean, you raise an interesting point. I mean, we actually have very many teams that are, potential VS Gaming champions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, obviously, I refer to this in the sense that they have a very long way to go.
Yeah.
But, everyone has to start somewhere. And,
Yeah.
if you ever talk to something about their story, about how they're built up, I mean, I'm not sure, I'm sure, at least between the three of us, with varying ranges of success, we have our own personal competitive storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, I'll just speak for myself personally, is that I started out in, very weak sides with, friends, very clear issues. And, eventually I was, I had the good fortune of actually, I was never a full-fledged player for Bravado, but I actually played for Bravado as a sub and represented them. So, you get these, you have to start somewhere, you have to build up your name, and eventually if you put in enough effort, you'll get there. So I guess this is a kind of call to arms to, I guess, some of the newer sides in the Masters League already, and to any wildcard side that thinks, hey, maybe I can do this. Just keep spamming those games, keep putting the effort, and play people who are better than you.
I think a good example of what can happen when you decided to change your mentality about the game. Looking at Energy, for example, right? Before BPN joins Energy, obviously Energy is still top 2, right? But it appeared that there was something blocking them from being top 1. Like there was still this. It still felt like a group of 5 really good players rather than a professional team, right? And now you get BPN and the guy who has that kind of mentality, who has that experience, and most importantly has given them a sort of air of professionalism around them, and now they seem more serious. Like the results might not necessarily have been beating Bravado more on LAN, but they just have that. They have more gravitas, as it were. Like they're much more serious, much more professional, much more. You get the sense that losing this tournament you won't see a reshuffle. You won't see them just like immediately falling apart. It's like, we're still a team, guys. We still have to work, actually. And it's more about that work ethic rather than simply being the best on any given day.
Before we carry on, though, I have something that I want to bring up. I think there's someone here that might be competitive with your beard. There's somebody going to come on screen that I think might rival your beard.
All right. Let's see.
There we go.
It's only appropriate that I also bring up this. Beardworks does not sponsor this event in any way, and is not completely uninvolved. But for those who are asking, that's the go-to one.
Yeah, it's the cameraman. I mean, I think that those two beards look pretty. They're pretty good.
One
Totally not rehearsed. That was.
One beard's been carrying the panel, the other beard's been carrying a camera. Seems
wow.
legit. Yeah.
I don't think we should give him that big of a head.
No, not him.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
Just the beard. Yeah.
Just saying.
Just a couple of follicles here and there. That's what's been mostly making this work out. Yeah.
I mean, guys, we've discussed this time and time again. It's the whole beard is the beard. I'm just Devin. I'm just facilitating the action.
Just Devin.
There we go.
Yeah, the beard.
That's how it is.
It's so spotty, yeah.
Maybe it's surprised that the hair also does something as well. But that's where I keep my skill for my games. I'm literally recycling a joke from a previous VS Gaming event. So, anyways, let's chat a little bit more. I need to put this down. So, like, who wants some beardworks? There you go. Don't roll off. Okay, never mind. It's probably better I don't just get into trouble for that one.
No.
Panel host. Okay.
No.
In fact, yeah, fine. Okay, great. So thanks very much. We call you up panel host now. So let's chat a little bit about this matchup coming up. Of course, once again, the DC versus White. DC versus White Rabbit game.
White Rabbit game. We've seen that game already.
Yeah, we've gone past it. DC versus NG eSports. Yes. I want to chat a little bit about these players. I also want to specifically chat a little bit about Black Poison, if you don't mind. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the team, because I had it and I've forgotten it. But he was actually playing for an international side not too long ago.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the team was. I seem to recall it was a Swedish team, I think. I'm not too sure. Not 100% sure, but yes, he was playing internationally. I was actually having a chat to Adam, the coach of Energy, or the analyst, if you will. And he was saying that what BPN brings in is just his knowledge, his mental game in CS is just absolutely amazing. I mean, he said that if you strap BPN's mouth closed, they'd be in a worse off position than when they started. I think with that also, it's brought out the players as well. I mean, we see Domster doing well again, and it's just they're playing well as a unit because of the influence of BPN, I think.
What I find very interesting about what he's done to the team, though, there's one particular player, Tuckbog for me is a player who.
Hey.
What?
Hey. Do you not know? Are you not familiar with this?
I don't
Clearly
think
not.
so.
No.
Right.
Right.
Here we
I'm
go.
telling you the tale of a young man
Okay.
went into the world of Call of Duty.
Yes.
You know, stars in his eyes. So perhaps this game would be a fun, enjoyable title to play on the side, something to enjoy. And he stepped out into this world,
Yeah.
looked around him, and then was shot. And he was okay. That's a rough entry. And he respawned,
Yeah.
walked, and then he was shot.
Yeah.
And he spawned and he was shot. And then this went on for some time.
Yes.
And that was Tuckbog. Right, so we don't. So the man is terrifying. I mean, because whenever he's around, I just disappear. Cause I'm just worried I'm going to walk out the bathroom
And
and
you're
just
gonna get shot.
like, fragged. You know, literally, I'll just see like you all be sitting here in the studio, and somehow magically you'll just see in the top right hand corner of your vision, it's just like Tuckbog has headshotted.
Headshot at Halberd.
Yeah, you're going to call me Halberd.
I was going to call you Halberd.
Riddits will appreciate that. So who we know? So we're definitely not talking about him. He's terrifying. We know this already.
So that he who shall not be named.
That's much better. Actually, my heart rate
There
says
we go.
ready start going down.
He who shall not be named is there was a very for a period of time he felt like one of the most explosive players, right? So, and by explosive, not necessarily always in the best way. Like he'd be the player that amazing things would happen, right? But then it wouldn't always show up in every single game. However, once the change that BPN I think has also brought into the team now is he's a lot more consistent. Like there's very few games now where things will go south for Tuckbog. There's very few games will end on anything less than maybe 1.4 KDA. Like he doesn't get as many kills, doesn't actually be as aggressive because now they've tempered him somewhat, and there's a lot more direction in how he approaches the game.
Yeah.
And overall, I think that's what Energy or what BPN has brought to Energy. That okay, guys, you don't have to every single game rush out onto A side and try to get an ace by yourself. No, we're going to play this as a team. We're going to play this strategically. Let's win mentally rather than simply out-clicking our opponents. And that's something that not a lot of teams are able to always grasp. But that can can be the difference between being a genuine tier 1 side and just being a group of 5 guys that are just extremely good at the game with tier 1 skill, but you're not necessarily a tier 1 team. And although Energy for the longest time they've always been a tier 1 team, right? Of course they have, but they seem a lot scarier now. They seem a lot more frightening. And I think part of the reason is that now you don't have to, there's no one you can shut down and guarantee a win. Yeah. Like now they're thinking about the game a lot more.
Well, I mean, that's the level you get to at when you start playing as a unit. I mean, you need to be at that point where you 4v5. No matter who's dead, if you're 4v5, you can still pull back a win, or even 3v5. There's
one
still
Asterix's case when you have the bomb down. And
yeah, but I mean, in that situation, you need to look at the team as a whole, and as a unit, Energy are just performing a lot better than in the past. And it's, I think, with the leadership of the in-game leader BPN. Has just brought a lot of that forward, which is quite nice to see. But
sorry.
Yeah, I was also going to say, not to talk bad of his, his skill is also incredible. I mean, with the AWP, we've seen him done incredible things. So yeah,
I think he's also. Is it just me, or has Domster just become something else?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was watching a couple of VODs from a couple of months ago, and he didn't seem the impact that he's been having now in the recent 2 months or the recent month or so has just been insane compared to what he used to do. So he's playing a lot better, and I think it's also might be some other factors. He might be playing more, whatever the case may be. Might have got a bit of confidence back, but yeah, he is doing very well.
So everyone else is still worse.
Or that.
Every other player in the country.
Yeah, I mean that's also another thing.
I think that's how the journey goes, right?
No.
We do have the map video up now, so let's go through. So Nuke and Train both taken up very, very quickly.
Well, arguably those two maps already, Nuke being arguably DC's best map, and Train arguably being Energy's best map.
Yeah.
But then Energy pick up Cobblestone, which is a map that I think both of these teams are very competent on.
But Energy, kind of scary on Cobblestone. Like the last couple of games we've seen on them, have they played? I don't think they've played it this weekend, but in the last couple of weeks they have, and they've looked extremely dominant, especially on the CT side. They are very control heavy nowadays, I think, and Cobblestone is one of those maps that can favor a team like that. How DC respond, I don't know. Do you think they go cash here?
I think so. I mean, they need to remember though, Energy have a very deep map pool. Not to say that DC are scared of playing them on any of the maps, but they definitely have a deep map pool and can dig deep into any map and pull out some amazing strategies. So I think here in DC's favor would probably be Cash, seeing as they're good on that map. That's also one of their preferred maps. So maybe we see a Cash pick here from DC.
Interesting also note that, nicely called, guys, but one thing to note as well that Overpass hasn't been banned yet, and that's been one of the highly banned maps.
Yes.
I think we've only seen it once, though.
We've only seen one, we've only seen Overpass once this weekend.
So still in the map pool itself. So I'm curious to see how the teams respond to this, since it's, I kind of feel it's going to be Mirage.
I think Mirage gets banned.
I mean, we still have Inferno and Man. We don't have Inferno. Yeah, Mirage is still in there as well. So,
do you want to play against Energy on Mirage though?
I'm not too sure. I don't. Well, apparently DC
you do.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Well called,
I just gave myself 100 points. Now I'm in the game.
You're not part of the game.
Now I'm in the game. The rules have changed.
Looking at this map pool, I would say both of the teams are very competent on Cobblestone. Energy looking good as well. Cash is obviously a map that DC enjoys playing on. It is one of their preferred maps, and they do play it quite well as well. Mirage, I'm not too sure. I'm not so sure about though. I mean, the executions that Energy can pull off here is going to be incredible to watch.
I'm also pretty glad we do get to see Cobblestone again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's been rare, but hasn't been one of the most picked maps this tournament so far. Actually, hopefully we can get a stat. I don't know if we can get a stat.
I think we've seen it twice.
We've seen it 3 times.
3 times. DC XTC played it. Who else played Cobblestone?
I can't remember the teams.
I think Energy. Somebody beat I think didn't Bravado beat XTC on Cobblestone as well? Possibly.
Could be. I'm not too sure. I haven't been keeping track, unfortunately.
Like I've written it down somewhere, but I think part of the problem is like too many overtimes. You
there's been a lot of good maps, but Cobblestone we've seen 3 times.
Okay.
So this will be the 4th time that we see a Cobble pick. It's a fun map to watch. I mean, I know that I was having a chat to APOC, and he said, and a lot of the players agreed. We were sort of standing around chatting that drop is probably the worst place to hold on Cobblestone. It's sort of like, okay, cheers team, I'm going to go and get dominated every round, sort of thing. So that does come into play, depending on the B split on Cobble. It's quite an effective push to do. You get in control of drop. So it all depends on how the players are going to play that position on the map.
I think it's going to come down to a lot of what we've seen from DC primarily is when they engage in aggression, especially when they're moving out, it's normally HH that's dictating their course throughout the map. So Energy is going to have to think about how to control him. And from DC side, you really have to think about how you're going to angle around BPN. Because BPN's AWP has really been creating a lot of problems for everybody, well, basically everyone except Bravado. But it's been a problem, and I think Cobblestone's one of those maps where if you're not necessarily sure if you can't guarantee that you can get around any particular angle without having to dry peek, like you will die versus VPN. So they have to find ways around dealing with him.
Well, that's the thing. We're gonna be looking for the AWP battle. I mean, Style is also a very competent AWP on the side of DC.
Has he had a great tournament though?
He not the
specifically
best
on the AWP.
I wouldn't say the best, but he's had a good tournament so far.
DC in general, I think, has just have a good team tournament.
Yeah.
Like they've been filling up for each one another deficiencies, so I think it's good. Energy, I think, probably has more consistent spread. I think like consistently across each game, the only player who's really dominant all the time is like 2 players are Domston and BPN. Everyone else is in the same range. Whereas in DC, either DC everyone has the same score, or 2 players have like amazingly high numbers.
I think the players to watch here is definitely going to be Domster, BPN, and I think Flexi as well. He's always someone to have a look out for. And then on the side of DC, Explicit, I know APOC said that he wanted to have a better game, so maybe bring something new. And then Instant, of course, as well. They've all been having great tournaments so far. So let's have a look and see who brings the best out.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we're about to head over to our casters. So very quickly. Predictions, friends. Maybe you have to catch up to my 100 points.
2-1 Energy.
2-1 to Energy.
Yeah.
You're putting
And
in a hard
you
spot
got to
here.
give me an order.
Energy wins. Energy definitely wins first, and then second game if it goes. Okay, so 2-1 Energy if game 2 goes overtime. Otherwise 2-0 Energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think that DC will, this will be a close series. There's 2 ways this game's going to go. Either it's going to be a best of 3, all going to all 3 games, and it's going to be close games. or we're going to see just a quick best of two where Energy taking the map, taking it 2-0. So I'd like to say that the latter, but I'm going to go against you and say here 2-0 to Energy.
2-0 to Energy.
Yeah, I think Energy wins the first two maps.
All right. Okay. So we've spoken a little bit about the sort of key performers for both these sides. How do you feel about the performance of the leftovers, as it were?
Well, I mean, leftovers, of course, we're always going to look out for Takbok. He's, he shall not be named. And then Hellhound, obviously, Hellhound on the side of DC has had a good tournament so far. There's been a little bit of lack tournaments, but I mean, he's definitely going to he's had a good tournament thus far. And Explicit, I mean, we've seen him do great things already. So yeah.
I mean, Explicit did make the difference in the XCC game. Without him, I don't think they would have been able to beat XCC how they did it in the super late game. But yeah, I'm pretty much on board with what you said here. Yeah.
Right. Well, enough of us. I think it's time we throw it over to the casters. Fantastic game ahead of you, gentlemen. I hope you have a good one, and yeah, entertain us.
Thank you, Hellbeard, and welcome. We are surely really excited here. With me, FPS Fingers, myself, Ryan Ake-Mackay. And what a game we have in store for you guys today. Energy versus DC. This is almost final material right here. DC making it to top 3, facing Energy. Yes. Energy making their way into their position here. I think we're in for a cracker game. What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a great game. It's really going to show who are the top teams now in South Africa. The semi-finals it's just going to show, is there a gap between these two teams and how big is that gap?
Indeed. Damage Control, has been around for some time. They have got that experience. We all know this. And I'm thinking that might translate quite well into this match. It is Cobblestone, which is Energy's choice. But I do feel that DC have got something. There goes Black Poison onto Explicit, already cracking off the start of this game. Inson trying to get the pick there, back onto Black Poison.
Some amazing nades from the terrorist side. Taking Domster right down.
These CTs are definitely sniffing something might be happening at B. It's quite a usual thing for the T's to rush. BPN completely opening up for his team right there with 3 kills.
This makes it really difficult.
And the 4th.
They're going to let him get
Is this ace material right here? Are they going to let him?
The Apocalypse is on the other side of the map. I'm not too sure. But
I think they might just want to close this off.
Yeah.
So APOC making his way around to A side. He's going to get spotted very shortly. He does here. Does get a few shots off onto Cunny. 21 HP. He's hiding back, waiting for his team. APOC trying to take advantage of that, but unfortunately Cunny takes him down.
It seems like Black Poison was running towards him with his knife.
He was trying. He was trying. Well, Black Poison showing exactly why he's in that Energy team, trying to revolutionize them and bring them into a whole new level, which is exactly what they're doing. DC, unfortunately, on the back foot now, losing that first round and going into the second with a few pistols. Style, let's keep an eye on this guy. He's got the deagle in hand.
Amazing plays. That takes Black Poison's ADR to 386 from 1 round.
Style just waiting around there for any sneaky plays there by BPN, trying to get boosted up onto drop down. Hellhound waiting patiently around the middle doors. Cunny spotting first there at long A. He's going to move back. No mistakes needed right in the beginning of the match.
Right, Apoc's going up the stairs.
These CTs are definitely making the calls for the rotate to A. DC trying to make something happen here. Cunny managing to hold him off and take it a bit slowly in mid, not wanting to commit to anything just yet. Fortunately for Epoch, he is on low HP 20 to be exact. Hellhound on 13. This is not comfortable for them, especially since they are on pistols. However, they are still a man ahead with Domster down.
We've got Instant moving into the B site, and
looks like they want to maybe create a bit of a diversion here and then make some way to A.
Black Poison shuts him down.
BPN just on point at the moment with the shots, and Style returns with the deagle.
Amazing shots, and Flex, he takes Style down. Now we've got 3 moving onto the A site, while the CTs try and figure out where they should position themselves.
I think this is exactly what they wanted. If they get the bomb down, they'll be very, very comfortable. Unfortunately, Takbok responds by just taking them down straight away.
Those FAMAS is really mowing them down.
Energy Esports, 2-0 ahead, moving into the third round. Things are very comfortable for them right now. They buying up full here. Looks like DC are staying above the 2K mark. Again, the Deagle in Styles' hand. No one else committing to any weaponry right there. I think they're hoping that he can pull something off for them. Sussing it out, just keeping it slow. Waiting for Energy to make mistakes. But I think, unfortunately for DC, it doesn't look like Energy are going to give them that chance.
No, not at all. And Canny just takes down Ensign.
Canny holding strong with that Farmus. Style wanting to return that trade right there, but I don't think Canny's going to give him the time of day to get that headshot.
No, Hellhound right in front, pushing through middle now.
Oh, this is great for Black Poison. He's getting the information needed in B there.
Tuckbox just playing that angle, gets 2K. Nice trades after that. Explicit taking out Dom.
Bomb is down. They need to get that up. I don't think they're going to pick it up straight away. Okay, he does now. BPN close on his tail there. Flexi doubling up there with Black Poison. No chance for Explicit.
No.
Well, we move into the fourth round, and it's 3-0 for Energy. Now is the buy round for DC. Let's see what they can make of it.
Oh, they spend all their money on AKs. Leaving Ensign making a decision now. He also gets an AK.
I even think that I have a feeling that even if they could afford it, they wouldn't have got an AWP there. I think they want to try and keep fluid, fast-paced.
Yeah, an interesting split now. Two pushing into the B side. Explicit watching that drop down stairs.
Very interesting how the CTs have split. It looks like they have a 2-1-2 split.
Moving back into 4, moving into A, it seems. With Explicit just on his lonesome, possibly going to cause a distraction there or look for the rotation from Flexi or Black Poison.
Speaking of which, Canny not allowing them any movement and not allowing them any vision of himself.
Oh.
Canny now taking down Hellhound. What a great pick.
He's falling back. Well, Apocalypse pushes forward.
DC obviously trying to keep it slowed down as much as they can, so they have the advantage, but unfortunately they've lost a man, and now they're having to figure out what are they going to do with that.
Amazing headshot from Style and Canny.
Style
getting slowed down middle there by Molly. He pops a flash. Unfortunately gets flashed.
Well, it looks like they're definitely wanting to work with this advantage of they do that with Domstar on 2 HP. Tuckbot getting taken down by Explicit. Looks like DC are going to be making their way up to A. They need to move if they want to take advantage of their kills. Another one from Style. Domstar naded.
Oh, the trade with Black Poison and Explicit.
Things are looking positive for DC at this point. Flexi just worried about his back.
Oh, this is amazing for DC now.
What a round to take, especially the bye.
It's the one I needed.
I think they're going to continue this momentum, maybe keep working A. I have a feeling that Damage Control are going to play the style in which they kind of push a site where they feel it's working.
Yeah.
And figure out the weaknesses, and as soon as maybe it doesn't work,
right,
they then swap over to B or either that round or the next.
Yeah.
But they're going to start trying to, I think, pick away at Energy Esports gaps, whether they have, don't know what they are yet, but I'm sure we'll see.
Yes.
And then as soon as they start figuring that out, they're going to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
I think they just figured it out now with A.
Yeah, and that gets them the round. You know, the way Explicit checked that corner for Tuckbuck and took him out in middle really got them that forward position. If he hadn't, Tuckbuck would have just got another 2K and shut this whole push down.
Tuckbuck is one of, I think, Energy's most consistent aimers at the moment. So I think DC are going to be rather chuffed when they do take him down. Black Poison, on the other hand, is a monster. So they're going to be very
like a hard B push.
Oh, wow. They're pushing it up B. This is quite risky. Hopefully they can get some kills here. They have got shotguns in hand and M4s. Do DC know this? They have got good smoke placements off.
Oh,
not planting the bomb just yet.
Sitting on plats.
Hellhound headshot onto Black Poison. He's out.
Oh, nice shot with Apocalypse on Flexi.
DC really taking advantage of the B site here. Now only 3 remaining on Energy.
Oh, Explicit creeps behind Cunny and takes him out.
This is exactly what they need to do. They need to keep doing what they're doing right now and take that. Right now they're figuring, okay, well, we just won at A. Now they're probably going to be worried and perhaps stack at A. Let's go B, guys, and figure out what they're doing there. I think they're going to be bouncing between the sites. And then from that, each time they play the round, they'll start garnering information and saying, okay, guys, based on this last round, I rate we do this.
Yeah.
Based on these things that we saw, and then they can capitalize on that. They have so much experience and understanding of their opponents right now, regardless of how new they are.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Now we've got Apocalypse flashing over. We've got 4 stacked in the B side, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. He pushes onto side, and he takes out Flexi, moving forward into the side, trying to secure the bomb position. He takes out Domster too.
APOC with an amazing 2K there, opening up the way for his team to take over B. Canny seeing what he can do with the handgun there, but unfortunately he was taken down by Inson.
And now the scoreboard is 3-all.
Just a second ago it was 3-0, now it's 3-3. Things are looking really up for DC right now. They just need to continue with this momentum.
Yeah, look, it was an eco round for them to win, but you know, even with the 4 stack, they just pushed right through it.
Still no AWPs in the field.
None.
Looks like these two teams know exactly how to play this map. Fortunately for Energy Esports, not much utility in hand for most of their players. A couple of flashes and 2 smokes.
Some aggressive positioning from Canny and Tuckbook.
And look how interesting this is. Most of them don't have any head armor. I think, you know, they can save those couple of $100.
Yeah.
You know, that AK is one-shot headshot, so I mean, what's the point?
All with the exception of Black Poison, it seems.
DC playing a rather solid game right now. They have great placement around the map. One of which is holding around the B flank there, making sure that no funny shenanigans happen around there.
Yeah. Now it looks like we're going to see the push happen. Tuckbook. Oh, Canny in a great position gets that pick on Apocalypse.
Don't think they realize exactly that Tuckbock is there. And they managed to pick it up. Inson, Canny with an amazing 3 kills so far, leaving only Hellhound and Explicit left. What are they going to do?
Sure. It's really tough when you get flanked like that from 2 guys. Thinking you're going to get the 1 and it's not enough. There's another.
Not exactly where damage control want to be in this round. I'm sure they were going in confident, but now having to slow things down and reassess.
Explicit moving forward. Looking to take out Canny.
I think he just might. But does Canny know? He does, but Hellhound takes him regardless.
Well, this kind of slow movement is going to get the rotation from the B side to A, and now it's a 2v3 situation.
Oh, he's going to run into a wall that is known as Black Poison.
Oh,
Black Poison calls it.
Oh.
Domster's in position.
Sure.
Both of them combined. With our powers combined, we are Captain Energy. Wow. Well, that round goes in favor of Energy Esports, and that leads us into the 8th round with Energy Esports 4-3 ahead. This might just be a back and forth game, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is what everyone hopes for, is closer matches towards the finals.
Indeed. Well, it looks like they're keeping the same setup, 4 towards A site and 1 watching the flank at B. Obviously going to try and keep them busy and hold the men down at the B site. So Hellhound doing what he can there.
Tuckbox spraying through that middle door, just hoping to get a bit of damage on, potentially kill.
Both teams looking super composed right now.
It's almost as if he knows the bomb carrier is right there. Apocalypse pulling back. Now we've got Explicit and Hellhound moving towards the A side, hoping that they've sold it to the B.
This is really good. Looks like they might just do a 5-man on A.
Yeah. And
I think depends on the kind of information. Unfortunately, Takbok comes up from behind and takes out Explicit. That's not good.
No.
APOC wants to get the trade, but he's a little nervous, I think, of just stepping in there.
Oh, and they've got a crossfire of middle, so really, Style pushing forward, he needs to almost help them.
I don't think they know about the cross. They know that Canny's there, and they won't know that they do know about it now. They're going in. Well done.
Play.
That is some amazing play there from APOC and Hellhound.
Back to back, they just take them out.
Domster still in the side.
Unfortunately, Black Poison takes out Hellhound. Style gets Dom.
These guys are hot.
Oh man, that was an amazing play. And we've got Black Poison hoping for this smoke to clear. He's just going to run right through it. Bomb goes down.
I'll be very honest, I don't think Energy expected these guys to be playing this well.
No, that was an amazing.
But then again, they are DC.
Black Poison takes down Apocalypse. Inson gets Flexi. Oh, and DC
Wow.
take it. That was an entry.
And that brings the score 4-4.
That was the entry I was hoping they executed, and they did it.
And they did.
Incredibly well.
Now, what's going to be interesting is how they use their spawn placement. Maybe they're going to head towards B this time. Time will see what they do.
Damage control, predictably unpredictable right now.
All right, looks like they're having a 2-3 split. 2 towards
Ooh.
B, 3 towards A.
All the CTs are going to be.
Good variance here from damage control.
Oh, they're going to boost. They're going to boost into drop down. Hopefully wrap around and take out
Oh,
Hellhound
wow.
and grab
Do they
that gun.
expect this? Oh, I love this from Black Poison.
Oh, Explicit's watching. He knows
So
what's
good.
up.
We don't see this enough.
Look at that
Explicit.
molly. Look at the molly. He
Explicit.
knows. Oh,
He
takes up Black Poison.
It's as though he knew. I think they know each other very well at this stage.
Yeah. I think they've seen that play before, and with it and just the pistol round, they know that the CTs need to be aggressive to make anything work.
I think from that move there,
and taking
they-
down Flexi.
they realize that energy's saving. They're going to make a commitment now into a side. Looks like they are going towards B. Do they get there before the rotate happens?
Oh, only 2 in B, but they can.
Style, so disciplined, watching from behind. He's going to pick up Canny.
Oh.
Not much energy can do with these pistols. Maybe they can get a kill, but it's going to be difficult. Alan finishing it off. Well, we
Sure.
have a 5-4 situation in favor of damage control moving into the 10th round.
Black Poison and Style leading the way with 9 frags.
Let's see what these guys do. Well, they're going to switch it up. They did end up at B that round. What are they going to do? It looks like they're varying it up, which is great. They're keeping energy guessing. They're heading 3 towards B this time. The pace at which they do it is now questioned.
Oh, still all 5 going B from the CTs. Energy eSports
Wow, energy doing a double save there.
taking a bit of a gamble
By
here.
virtue, this should be DC's round, but let's see what happens. Still love it, the fact that, you see, they don't know that they're saving just yet.
Oh, Style and Instant shooting a few shots down middle and long, causing 3 to rotate, 4 to rotate.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think they expected that to.
That's some really
to
good
happen.
sales skills there.
No, unintentional, I think. But Energy Esports very active at the moment. They're going to see Instant and Style coming up now.
Then again, if they do kill them, they do have their guns thereafter. So maybe that's kind of what they're aiming for.
Yeah. Oh, Instant shuts down Domster.
This is going to be a feeding frenzy for Instant if he just keeps it going. Canny waiting patiently, waiting for the flank. Maybe makes the call early for his teammates.
There's the picks they want with those pistols.
Canny connecting a headshot, unable to kill.
Fires a few, throws them down. Tackle goes down. Bomb goes down.
Explicit needs to be careful here. It is Hackbar. He doesn't want to lose that gun and give him the advantage.
No, and he
No, he
takes
doesn't.
down.
Very good.
The Poison playing hoping to save that AK moving around. Well, Fix tries to pick up an Explicit. Loses he saved that AK.
Oh yes, I've been Rapunzel there. Pretty sure he's not going to be letting his hair down. Saving that AK. Like that.
Oh.
Thanks. Black Poison hiding away. I don't think DC know about this. I'm sure they suspect, but I mean, he could be anywhere.
So
to them.
for Energy's pick on Cobble, this is really looking in the favor of damage control right now.
Pick, like, DC really
Sure.
setting the pace of this as tease. Not sure Energy was expecting that. I mean, it's always usually the default to take CT if you do have the chance to take it.
Sure. And you know what? With Energy going those pistol rounds and gambling, stacking the sites with 5 players, I actually think it's the right call, even though it didn't work out for them.
I know the audience can see this, but I'd like to point it out. Canny with an AWP as well as Black Poison. They've double AWP
Ooh.
setup. They mean business.
Oh, this is a change. They're trying to figure DC out right now.
They've been playing it so differently, I think, to what they're used to, that they can't predict exactly where they're going to be going. They just have to play their standard, holding their angles, if they want any chance to take out DC.
Sure.
They're so fluid at the moment. Energy, I think, still need to figure themselves out on this map. I don't think they expected such cohesion with damage control. Or maybe they did, obviously, because it is damage control.
Yeah, right.
Domster about to get smoked out. He's going to have to reposition there.
Yeah, Domster moving to B. That'll leave Domster, Flexi, and Black Poison holding the B sites. They're going to go down, drop down. Explicit pushing out first.
This is a committal towards B.
Oh, the CTs.
Looks like Energy are still keeping
Black
2
Poison.
players in A. that will be a rotate soon, hopefully. Nothing just yet. Black Poison and Domster holding it off against Explicit and Apocalypse. Oh, wow, some amazing trades here for both Energy and DC.
We need those trades, but now we've got 3 rotating through the doors.
Oh, this is a tough 1v3 situation. It is Style.
If we can get the bomb down.
Picks up 1. 1v2 now. Bomb in hand.
Style can do this. Oh, Canny shuts it down with the AWP.
Canny, a very keen AWPer there.
Oh,
well
and
played.
no need to shout. Pick up the AWP. They pick up both of them. That's going to save them some money going into the next rounds.
Well, lucky for DC, they're pretty flush. Energy, not as much, but they did win the round, so they should be comfortable in their bye this round. Well, it looks like we have a 4-1 split for DC. CT's responding with a 2-1-2 split. Both teams taking it rather easy. A lot of respect, I think, given to both teams here.
Sure.
Takbok not able to connect that. He's going to have to call for some backup, perhaps, if he wants to get out of there. Looks like...
Takes a bit of damage from a nade there. Well, Hellhound decides which side to go to. Really are looking for an opening right now.
DC playing this ever so patiently. Energy eSports just holding the angles, not sure exactly where DC are coming from.
I don't think DC expected those AWPs.
Not at all. Most time you don't. That's why you do it. It's
Yeah.
worth the investment sometimes.
Alright, now we've got movement into A.
Looks like DC is making a move onto A.
Oh, great trade.
Oh, Canny with that AWP onto Hellhound. Deadly stuff.
Oh.
Not sure if APOC figures out exactly where Canny is, but I'm sure he has an idea.
Oh, very nice.
Explicit draws attention away from Black Poison, and APOC manages to pick up Canny.
Black Poison going to save the AWP, moving back into the B
Good
side.
decision there, Black Poison. Well, I think a really good control.
Yeah, this is really great for them, taking their lead up to 2.
I don't think any of them have picked up an AWP just yet, have they?
Not
I don't
yet.
recall.
No. And I'm not sure they will, unless they pick it up from the CTs.
Black Poison gonna have lunch.
Right now, the money's looking really good for DC. Styles got 10k before the round even ends. In with 6.5, Hellhound 5.5, and the rest just around 4,000. So looking very, very good.
DC really want to find Black Poison. Yeah, they don't want to leave him with that AWP. Fortunately, time has run out, and the new round has started. Well, 7 rounds, 5 in favor of DC. Moving into the 13th round, things looking good for damage control. Energy still trying to figure out how to take on damage control on their choice of map.
Time on helmet, so he's really going to hope to make this work.
DC pushing up on B here. Looks like they're going in quick time.
Oh, Flexi gets flashed.
Domster behind the smoke. He picks up
Oh,
one.
fair enough, Dom.
As he picks up the down HP, Black Poison picks up. Apocalypse with that AWP. He managed to save. Instant with the return on Canny. I don't think they know where Flexi is just yet. He's going to wait for that bomb to go down. Black Poison waiting with that cross. Steady AWP in those doors. I think they realize it's still and they're not sure exactly.
Hellhound.
1v3 situation. Good thing about damage eSports.
Made by use pistol and really shut down that buy.
But damage control have bank for days.
They do indeed.
Still choosing to AWP.
This is exactly what Energy did. They really need the round now to win this half.
I mean, I'm sure they'll do it on CT, but surely they need to find an opportunity on T.
Nice aggression. Flexi.
Flexi on point. Domster taking out pockets there. Attack bot.
Oh, Explicit coming from Hank. He takes out. Flexi closes it off.
These rounds are happening so fast. We're already sitting at 7-all now, moving to 15 round. Last round of the half.
Controlling those last 2 rounds. They're playing really well. The even scoreboard on Energy's map. Let's see what the next half.
Still moving into the second half with 7. I'm sure they'll have 8. We'll not start off on a
Agreed. I'm going to these things.
Solid there. Down to 40 HP.
Taking a bit of damage on 48 hit points. Holding that long sight. Hoping he can get one.
A little bit for control. That was his holding the wheel. He's got to catch it.
So they're down 15 seconds on the clock. So they need to win this.
And Flexi picking up APOC there, now leveling the field 4v4.
Dom and Canny rotating right away.
Takbok holding strong there in long A. Hellhound, wow.
Oh, good trade. Takbok takes out 2. Give me 2 remaining.
Oh, Takbok, not sure what happened there, but Hellhound Manages to trade him there.
Explicit with just a flash and head armor. Oh, he's taken out by Domster.
Making 8 rounds to 7, moving tempo and the pace of this game. About how they're going to respond. They just need a time to make sure.
Is it with his reveal? He's
Wonderful round. It's like
plan that right to use those mollies and smokes and flashes that 3 of them had.
and quite often I've seen a lot of the teams with grenades, flashes, smokes in hand.
Yeah.
And then the next thing they just headshot because they don't have a
Such
gun in hand.
waste. Sad waste.
So they really need to be diligent around their timing of, you know, where they pull out their utility.
This is
Can't
true.
make and that's a very, like, I'm nitpicking now. It's very small things, but when you start getting to semis and finals, you can't make mistakes like that.
No.
So damage control now, it is their game to lose now coming into CTs. Obviously, it's actually both teams to lose. I mean, it just comes down to it at the end. But now Energy Esports need to determine how they're going to set the timing of the game, what sort of pace they're going to... Are they going to vary it up between a fast-paced push onto B or drop down or A or long A?
Right.
And then do they wait for... Or do they hang back and wait for damage control to make the mistakes?
Sure. Well, not looking past this half, I'm really keen to see how it turns out. I mean, as close as this first half was, I want to see how DC play on Cash, their map, and the map that they've shown so much strength in previous matches in this tournament.
Let me tell you, I've played against DC on Cash, and it's not fun.
Sure.
These guys are so solid. Their communication is unbelievably spot on. When you are shooting at one, you are guaranteed to have another just step you, and you might get the 1K, but then you'll be traded.
And if you look at the previous match between Energy and Bravado, Bravado exposed Energy on Cash.
Indeed.
And if DC were watching, which I'm pretty sure they did, if not watch the replay of that match,
Yeah.
they're going to learn a lot. They're going to see where the weaknesses lie, and with their experience, they are the ones that can exploit that.
When was the last time that we actually saw a damage control Bravado final?
Ooh. I don't
I've seen many Energy versus Bravado.
Well,
remember
it'll
the
be a
last
big
time.
upset, but I'm ready to.
No, I'm easy for both. Like I just want
We
some
know
good
you.
Counter Strike. Are you saying I'm
Yes.
easy? I just want to see some good Counter Strike, and right now both these teams are bringing it.
Oh man, it's just great to see, and this is what I was really hoping for in the semi-final.
What more could we want? I mean, it's 8-7. It's not like it's 10-5,
Wow,
12-3, 13-2.
what the viewers want.
This is as close as you can get in a half.
is a Julie's ace.
Oh wow! Imagine we see that worst game in the gun.
Wow. All right, here we go. It would have
All
been
right,
on the
back
same
to it.
map. Same map on Kabul where it happened first.
Halland watching very diligently on B Long there with his silenced USP. It's always a scary thing for terrorists coming towards them James Bond weapons. Insta headshots, very tough. T's definitely want to get up close and personal with those Glocks. But very interestingly enough, Energy Esports taking it exceptionally slow, choosing not to just outright rush a site.
Oh, 3 rotating to A. On the CT side, now I saw Energy throw a decoy in the early seconds of the game. Not sure how effective that would have been, but it's looking like
TacBox got one in hand.
it's got damage control thinking. Now we've got the full energy team looking to exploit this.
Oh, the call has been made.
You were
TacBox pushes
so
through,
right.
takes down APOC. So it wasn't exactly a full-on rush B, but they did set it up for a drop-down waterfall.
Oh, you called it. Here we go.
Wow, this is not looking good for DC. Already a 1v4 situation. Inson, the only one remaining. Does he pick that? No, he doesn't. Can he? Oh, and he doesn't, unfortunately. TacBox finishing Inson off there, securing the first round in the second half, moving into round 17. That gives Energy Esports an extra round, moving them up to 9. Damage
TacBox.
control.
TacBox showing those pros of tomorrow that a Glock can do it. He gets a 3K against one of the top teams in South Africa.
Well, this is my favorite part of the game where Style has a deagle in hand. Let's see what he can do there.
Now we've got DC quite aggressive onto B now.
This might just happen for him. Looks like these guys are rushing drop
It's
down
a good
again.
read, and he's got a 5-7. Gets taken out by Domster, unfortunately. Rate of fire just nukes him. Now Domster just continues.
One
But
kill.
now Hellhound.
Oh, Hellhound really pulls it.
What?
Style with the double deagle.
Yes.
He did his job there. Black Poison taking him down after the 2K. 1v1 situation.
Oh, boy. We've got APOC.
APOC has an AK in hand.
Poison. Oh,
And he takes down Black Poison.
What? They win
That
the
just
eco?
happened. Yeah, they won the eco. And they managed to keep an AK for the following round.
Sure.
Well, we're moving into the 18th round. And DC managed to pull back another round there, leaving it 9-8, still in favor of Energy Esports, but Damage Control not out of it yet, keeping it as closely contested as they can. Great work there, keeping that AK for the next round. That's definitely going to come in handy. Domster with the UMP just creating a little bit more impact for his team wherever they go.
And that's a great example of what Energy tried to do by stacking the B site. Damage Control really showing how it's done.
Very smart play here, Hellhound with that AK, superior weaponry, holding it alone here on B long. Now they're pushing in. Hasn't spotted them yet, but he does now. Fortunately, only gets the one kill. AK's down. And Takbok with a quick return with that Tech 9 onto Explicit.
Well, this is not good for Damage Control. Establish some position on that plat.
Bomb is still down, not going straight for it just yet. Want to see where the other players are.
Style getting naded by Takbok.
Things are not looking very comfortable right now for Damage Control. However,
Not at all.
not that they know that Takbok is on 14 HP. APOC taking down Flexi, very low already.
Oh, the umps on the Damage Control side. Black Poison right by doors.
APOC is spotted. He's going to molly there, forcing Takbok out. Instant taking him down immediately. Not sure exactly where Black Poison is. They got to be very careful here. They don't know where he is. I'm sure they're going to be figuring it out soon. Looks like Instant is looking in that way, and he does.
He
And
gets taken down by Black
what is
Poison.
going on here? Does he know where he is? And he
He
gets the defuse.
Black Poison hoping for a knife in the end there, but he doesn't quite connect it.
That's a little bit of a disappointment, I
Is
think.
how
for
you
him.
use a smoke and your teammate as bait.
That was so... you know, it also comes down to a little bit of luck. I mean, he could have been standing on top of that fountain thinking, I'm not where he expects him to be, but you never know where they expect him to be.
Yeah, and because there was 2v1, Black Poison couldn't really get the information he needed to stop the defuse.
Well, Fingers, we're sitting at a 9 for 9 right now, moving into the 19th round, and...
Oh my goodness. Some real aggression coming from the T side. Jumping down, drop down.
APOC with a double kill, and they managed to secure the bomb on the lower there. Not looking good for Energy Esports right now. Hellhound with an amazing double headshot kill onto Flexi and Cunny. And APOC stylishly finishing off Black Poison with some flames.
Damage
Okay,
control.
well, this is...
Damage Control taking the unexpected lead.
yeah,
Now, does Instant keep that UMP,
he might
or
just...
does he buy? I'm not sure.
I think they've been calculating now. They might... Yeah, he chooses to keep it. Oh, got a little bit of a knife in there with Canny.
Oh. Canny's not doing what Black Poison wants.
No. Energy
Yes.
Esports, though, are looking comfortable with all of their utility, armor, and AKs. DC, on the other hand, are
So-
really well spread. I think they're figuring out Energy's play here. Hellhound is such a beast on his own there, managing to hold his own.
Oh, he's
Wow,
taken
Flexi
out.
taking out through the smoke onto Hellhound, headshot.
Oh, this is so good if they push A and there is a rotation towards B. Now Instant checks.
Domster,
Oh, he's going to smoke and then pull back, it seems.
probably a good choice.
Yeah, and he does. Throws a nade for good measure. Now we have Black Poison pushing that B side. If he can create some confusion, get a pick there, there's going to be a rotation. But it seems that the CTs know it.
That is so good. Did you see
Instant.
that? That was amazing from Instant and his teammate Style
Style
there.
takes out Takbok.
Great use of teamwork there with the flashes, and they secure the bomb. Style picking up Canny.
Oh, this is not good.
By the looks of things, Damage Control should secure this round, and I think Black Poison might know it. He's going to be falling back. He's only on 15 HP. Flexi doing the same slowly. I think they realize that they're chances are not good taking this round, especially since DC have control of that bomb and the positioning now to complement it. Yeah. And they're just going to be broken out by the bathrooms there. By the ablutions.
Yeah, well, DC really testing the mindset of EN now. You can see that just by the body language of that side, there's a lot more going on where DC seem calm and focused.
Lexi playing hide and seek.
Oh, this is that
This
play.
is amazing.
That
Look
flash.
at this. So good. So good. Look at that teamwork. That is amazing play from Damage Control.
They really have those entry executions waxed.
These guys are calm as ever. Hellhound here, closest to the screen. Always plays it so cool.
He's super cool.
Super cool right now.
Spectacle, spectacle.
Yeah, these guys are focused like a laser. Robbie, he's got a leg up there. He's calm, clearly. How do you play like that?
Well, with an extra little bit of support there.
I suppose it is his keyboard arm, so doesn't need the movement impaired like that is.
Some would say that's a pacifier. You know, if you study body language, a pacifier is one of the tells you look for. It's one of the truer tells that you look for when reading somebody. So it's you know.
Does that include like taking a sip of your water or your drink?
Yes, definitely. Repetitive sips, usually the giveaway. Someone.
That's very interesting.
Well, you know, it's one knee away from the fetal position.
Well, we're moving into the 21st round, and DC are 2 rounds ahead, 11-9.
Black Poison on his.
Very interestingly, Style doesn't have a gun in hand, just a USP. I'm wondering what's up with that. Maybe the cash was a little low. But nonetheless, oh, there he has an AWP. I think he had to go back and pick it up. He realized he didn't have it. Well, that's going to help.
Oh,
and it's the first time I'm seeing the AWP for them on this time.
Yeah, and that's a sign of confidence. But it's also a sign that they're changing things up.
They're changing it up.
Yeah,
Right.
that unpredictability is really the key to beating Energy right now.
I like this from Inson. He is sitting cozy up there. Sometimes a very, overlooked position and catches the best of us at times.
Yeah.
And it's something different. I haven't seen it this round. This is what they're doing. They are keeping it different.
All right, looks like it's going to go down. Going to be execute, but there's an immediate smoke to slow them down.
I'll be very interested to see how Flexi and Black Poison work with the team with their 2 AKs.
They're moving, and Black Poison's coming up from behind. He's going to go down, drop down, it seems. Flexi leading the way, gets flashed, and again they're slowed down with 43 seconds on the clock. We're going to see a rotation now coming from Style. He's watching middle, but he's ready to rotate, and he's also watching that drop down.
Oh, wow, this is quite a little slug match right now. 3 versus 2 situation. Black Poison and Flexi remaining. Bomb still hasn't gone down. Black Poison manages to pick up Apocalypse. That levels the playing field. Inson has to make his way around from A, and he's quite close by now at least. Style's going to be happy with that.
The bomb is going down, and it does go down.
Oh, Style caught in a close range battle with the AWP, and he gets Flexi. Black Poison returns onto Style. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Inson versus Black Poison. Bomb is down, and Inson takes it.
God, that was a one-tap, was it?
That was a one-tap. Inson, you beaut. That was amazing play there. A little bit unlucky there for Energy eSports. They did need that round. It now leads Damage Control 3 rounds ahead. Things are looking a little dicey for Energy right now. Damage Control has so much money. Inson, 10k. Now down to 7k.
Damage Control looking very happy with this.
Energy, however, do have full AK utility armor. They need to make this round work. What are they going to do? Looks like they're doing a 2-3 split.
They need to stay focused.
It's rather tough. I think DC is unpredictable. I think they might have been expecting predictability, but now DC are showing unpredictability.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Really is. And I'm almost seeing growth within this tournament from DC. As experienced as they are.
They had a wonky start, and I think that, but it always happens. Like they had this major wake-up call, and then they just continue in the next round. Just Style
so good
with that all pick onto Domster. That's unfortunate. Inson with a very sneaky little position. Again, no one spotted him there the previous round, so why not go there again?
Flexi trying to sell that B.
Oh, he doesn't realize Takbok is slowly crouching around. This is where it takes the better of us sometimes. Like, we don't think, look there, look there, look there.
What is this position from Inson? He's right
He
there.
might just get it 2K. I think he does know he's there.
He doesn't.
No, Inson knows he's there, but maybe not.
Oh, the
Takbok.
movement.
Still uncertain.
Style.
He's definitely making noise. Inson does know. Doesn't want to show himself just yet.
Style watching that middle. If Black Poison peaks, he's going to die.
Wow, it looks like they're leaning on
Oh,
A now.
no.
They're going to be going. Now he
pop
knows what's
flashes.
happening. One kill. He gets one at least. Takbok with a quick return there, at least onto Inson. Takbok on style, taking him down. 3 versus 3 situation.
Oh, a quick rotate from Apocalypse. Can he make it work?
APOC taking down Flexi.
amazing.
Bomber's down. That's not good. And now we're in a 2v1 situation. Explicit on 27 HP, not knowing exactly where Black Poison is, and he gets taken down.
Now they know where he is. So
1v1. And Hellhound takes it, bringing it up to, wow. Is that now the 14th round win now for them?
they're leading by 4, and not only that, they have the
Or
money.
13. Oh my gosh, look at Takbok. Really good kills there. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
Sure. Hellhound with that AK on the CT side. Just going to make it really difficult for those Ts to push in. And Style has been on form. Unfortunately, he got picked there by Takbok. You know, he had a nade out trying to slow down the push. Once Inson got picked, but
He still got the trade and the information,
Yeah.
completely putting them off there and slowing them down.
at the end of the day, they won. They recovered the AWP, and damage control lead by 4. 13-9. This is the 23rd round.
Energy using an anti-eco. Few Tech 9s, couple of Deagles. 2 smokes, what's that? 3 flashes, 2 smokes, 1 nade in hand. APOC taking down Black Poison.
2 bullets to the head. He goes down.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Instant takes down Dumpster in the middle.
5v3 situation. Energy.
Oh, very
Flexi.
nice.
Mm.
Teamwork there, taking Hellhound down. Explicit takes down Flexi.
Explicit just misses the peripheral vision there onto Takbok. Canny returning the kill onto APOC. Now it's a 2v1 situation. Canny versus Style and Inson. Canny, however, has to get that bomb down. He's not sure exactly where both are. He knows where one is. Now he knows where both is.
Playing it right. 43 seconds on the clock. Is he considering? No,
Don't
he
think
is.
he can. DC keeping together.
Not sure where he is right now.
I think they're waiting for that bomb to go down, and then while he's planting, they're going to rush him in. So maybe Cunny needs to consider a... I think he's just going to go... I thought he was going to maybe consider a fakie there, which he did, but now he's going to go straight for it.
He kind of knows the range now as an assumption, but with no utility left.
And he spotted. Style. That was amazing. That was awesome.
That was amazing. Oh, I'd love a replay.
Denied. That brings it up to 14 round wins now for DC.
Goals is shaking his head at me.
Goals is shaking his head.
He's just as flabbergasted as
This
we
is
are.
unbelievable. I can't actually believe what I'm seeing right now. Energy, I'm sure, are not happy with what's going on. But this is still the first map. But it is their map that they chose, and things are not going their way right now. They need to figure something out. Looks like there is a pause being called, and probably really good time to do so.
Well, it's the real only time to do so, isn't it, Ryan?
Fingers. Love it when you call my name like that.
I love it when you love things that I do. Right,
Wow,
so
Energy. They're still looking cool, and doesn't look like anyone's raging just yet. They know. I think they're a little bit more experienced than knowing them. They just have to keep calm, figure out what the issue is.
they've got to do what they're good at, and
Be very interested to know what BPN is telling his teammates there. He needs to figure it out.
DC looking calm.
So calm right now. They've been in these situations many times over the last 100 years. And jeez, it's all coming together now for them. I think they just need to keep their focus. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Energy eSports have got a double AWP setup for the first time in this game. As terrorists, they need to figure out AWPs on Cunny and Black Poison.
Flexi trying to sell that B. He's keeping 3 in B. And now we see... I want to stop that.
Love the spot from Inson right now. He's just going to either let them walk right by if they do come his way, but...
Inson a little patient there. It's going to come down to Style holding them back.
I think he might have a good go at it. Inson just needs to watch his mid, and Style can then keep control of Long A there from a distance with that AWP.
Oh, it looks like they're going to go down. Downstairs.
This is it. I think they're almost going to invite Energy into the A site. I think they are hearing some steps now. Inson knows that there's 2 there at least. One of the AWP shots connected him there, taking him down to 21 HP. A few flashes and smoke slowing them down, which is, I think, good work from damage control there. Flexi seeing what he can do on the back end at drop down. Holding 2 players at least in place at B. Well, at close to drop down at least.
Right now 3, but we're going to have some Apocalypse take Flexi out.
Oh.
That is not good. And now DC are going to think, well,
they're coming
probably going to go A.
Coming right towards Style. This is exactly what he wants. Slightly flashed. Not flashed enough, and he takes a shot, and Cunny returns straight into his head.
Amazing.
Cunny with the second onto Explicit. A-side is almost there.
Inson has a free shoot down.
Oh, that's a 3K. Oh, my word. What am I seeing right now?
Oh, they just lined up his positioning.
Damage control. Completely controlling the game.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was unbelievable from Inson right there. Well, I didn't expect this, but it looks like damage control are at match point.
Match point, yep, indeed. And now, Inson playing a bit aggressive, pushing into long. We've got 3 into B.
What is he going to do? Looks like they're forgetting about the A side there and moving towards B.
Flexi extinguishing that molly with his smoke. Not sure. 2 mollies coming out from either side.
Halland casually just steps back from the flames. Not sure exactly where they're going just yet, but I think one of them might have heard the drop already.
Black Poison drops down.
Waiting for the smoke. Black Poison can now see. Unfortunately, his team is behind a barricade of smoke. Explicit taking out Black Poison. This is going to be uncomfortable for his team because he was meant to be the flank.
Oh, this is amazing. Now, how fast can Inson rotate?
Not expecting Halland. He's going to mow them down. How many does he get? 2 at least. Domster taking him down. Does he get the second? He does. And the third. Wow, Inson alone. 1 versus 2. Bomb still has to be put down, giving Inson enough time to get into position.
Inson just needs to be patient. Watch out for that Domster aim.
Oh no, unfortunate jump timing there for Inson, and that gives Energy an extra round. Well needed there for them. They're going to take, hopefully, this momentum into the next.
Domster feeling good, getting that 4K.
It's amazing when they're at the very last stretch. They just managed to pull through. Really well played there from Energy eSports.
Domster really snapping out of a bit of a slump there as the lowest fragger takes now up to 14 with that 4K.
APAC taking another chance in mid there.
They really reset damage control there.
Hard reset. Halland with the Deagle, as well as Stahl, the 2 brothers. Taking it easy. Energy eSports just trying to figure out what they need to do. They know not just to push through smoke without any team backup flashes. Oh, Domster, quick on the tail there on Inson. Taking him down to 21 HP. Style with that Deagle. Not able to connect.
Oh, so unfortunate to lose Black Poison so early, but it's the aggression. You're going to make something work, but pays the price. Domster getting quite far.
I like this.
Oh my god, the
gets
one
taken
tap.
down by Domster.
What? He gets 2. Domster.
They're not sure where Inson is. He's going to be holding tight there. Do they check? Domster
They
does.
do, and he gets taken out. Amazing.
Lining the path for their teammates to plant the bomb. Style Waiting with that deagle, hoping to get maybe a pick or two with it. I think he'd be happy with maybe a pick and a saved weapon for the next round. Oh, there's one
Nothing
shot.
for him.
Unfortunately, not able to take him down.
Sure. Takbok taking his ADR to 107.
Hell,
Those of you that don't know, it's the average damage per round. And he's currently got the highest.
who's that?
That is Takbok with 107.
Wow,
It's just over.
very good. Much a little bit higher than his first half.
And the next highest is Style with 95.
Well, we're moving into the 27th round. Energy Esports still trailing behind Damage Control 11 to 15. They need to take the remaining rounds in order to head into overtime. So they are going to be super focused to get that. Damage Control almost at the last stretch. They just need one more round to close the map.
Oh, and it looks like an A push through middle. This will be interesting. Black Poison selling it into B. I'm not sure he can. Keeping 2 in B and 1 at drop. Oh, it's going to be up to Instant to see if he can get 2 frags to slow this push down. And
Instant,
Style.
well positioned.
You know, Style had 81% headshot percentage in the first half.
Wow. Hellhound going to catch up Black Poison, which he does. Barely. Leaving him on 8 HP. Instant.
Now Instant takes out Black.
Unfortunately, just wasn't ready for that duck down there. Takbok with the return onto Style. This is not looking good for Damage Control. Spray at the moment. Flexi returns the spray and kills him. Flexi taking down APOC. 2 kills there.
Oh, Hellhound low, but Takbok 2. Instant takes Takbok down to 9 HP with 1 headshot. Unfortunately, wasn't enough.
This is going to reset DC. That should give Energy... Well, they're definitely going to get this round, taking them up to 12. Reset the next, and then by virtue, they should take that, bringing it up to 13, 15.
That
And
pause, the infamous timeout, working once again. Perhaps a different strategy.
looks like both teams are picking up exactly... This is a real slugfest right now, but Energy Esports, I think, are figuring out Damage Control's positioning.
This is an incredible map so far. These guys are really bringing it. Both sides.
Damage Control have at least secured an OT. They just need to push a little bit further just to close that win if they want it. Energy Esports are not going down without a fight. They are Energy Esports after all.
Yeah, one of the top teams in South Africa right now.
Black Poison definitely bringing his experience to the team there, making sure he's got his team in line with him there. I'm pretty sure he's confident that he can bring them to victory. Well, let's see. Moving into the 28th round. Domster picking up Hellhound already.
Amazing peak that paid off down middle.
First 15 seconds of the game. Inson. Loving this from Inson. Oh, I thought he was going to go down mid there.
Oh,
Doesn't have the information just yet. Does he push a little bit further? Maybe he does with his teammate to get the info. He will spot one of the terrorists there down long A.
oh.
Not much they can do. Inson's
Amazing
only one with the
headshot.
gun. The rest of his teammates are saving. No armor. Pistols only.
Inson with that donated AK-47 that Hellhound graciously gave him. APOC all alone on B. We're seeing some action pushing into long.
Maybe
and
Inson
mid.
can pick up Canny.
Oh,
Doesn't.
no. He does not.
That's-
Oh, and Dom takes out Explicit. Now they're going to push into A uncontested as APOC just waits patiently. What we heard earlier, no. They see him. They shoot him.
And
They
that
take
is
him
it.
out.
28th round complete, bringing up the score to 13-15.
And now Damage Control can buy. This is their round to take it and take the win on Energy's map. But
Style and Hellhound, the two brothers, really performing for their team there. In fact, all of their players are doing really well, and the same goes for Energy.
yeah, really, Domster's aim has just picked up phenomenally.
Look, they switching things around a little. Style was on B side earlier. Now he's holding mid. That was where APOC was. Inson's still holding long A. So things are getting changed up a bit. Maybe it's just comes down to the player and their positioning of that, but remains to be seen. APOC boosting Explicit up by tree. Very interesting here. This is a very critical moment for both teams.
Black Poison just waiting there with the AWP, hoping that Damage Control make a mistake and peek.
Pressure's on. Things very tense at the moment, taking it ever so slowly from both sides, especially Energy Esports as the terrorists.
60 seconds left on the clock.
Bomb is down. That just shows they're not ready to commit anywhere just yet. They need to find the advantage point first, maybe a kill or some sort of eco.
Yeah, and DC need to use that utility to slow it down even more, to put that just a little bit more pressure onto Energy. Now you're seeing some movements.
Oh, hell, I'm not spotted just yet. He
Lexi
does
pushing
hear
out,
Flexi.
gets taken out by Explicit, but
I think they need to realize that no one else is coming. And
Domster.
where else are they going? They're going A.
Domster moving into A. He's on site, but there is Style waiting for him.
This is great.
Oh, and Style gets
unfortunately-
taken out.
That he does. Inson takes down one, unfortunately traded by Cunny. The A side is open. APOC immediately in there, taking down Takbok.
Fortunately, the bomb isn't down yet, and it's 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7.
That bomb is going down.
Oh,
Hellhound.
Black Poison gets it down.
This is BPNs.
And it's not enough,
Not
and
enough.
Damage Control are going to take
Wow!
the first map.
Oh! Damage Control taking the first map, which was Energy's choice.
Oh, my goodness.
16-13. That is almost as close as you can get.
Sure. Our top fragger, Hellhound.
They are so happy with that, I'm sure. Energy. Wow, need to figure something out. What was that?
Oh,
Don't
now-
think they expected. I think maybe a little bit of an underestimation there.
Sure, and one can only wonder what their confidence is going to be like going into cash.
Well, that
Hello.
just happened.
Unexpected.
Very unexpected, but I mean, it is damn. I mean, I expected, but again, Energy's been showing such class at the moment that I was thinking that, you know, newer, younger team, you know, with the experience from Black Poison, and you know all the aim from Takbok and Cunny and Domster, like absolute monsters in their own right, couldn't even take out the monsters we know as Damage Control.
It wasn't enough, and really, Energy, they played well. They really played well.
They did.
but
It's not like they played badly. Damage Control just played better.
Damage Control pulled it out, and really now going to cash. A lot of the predictions was 2-1
Yeah.
to Energy.
Mm.
I mean, no, 2-0 even.
Oh yes, I heard that.
And
Well,
it was-
let's see what the panel have to say about that. Over to you guys.
Well, yeah, we've been graced with a great game of CSGO here, surprising outcome, and of course some new medals that one can enjoy. Obviously the VS Gaming medals awarded to the teams later on. I'm probably stealing one, just as memorabilia.
Yeah, I
I'm sure
think
no
I'm
one will
going
notice.
to take one as well.
Right, so there'll be 3 left
There'll
over for the
be
teams
3
to share.
for one team. Yeah.
We'll also be taking those skins from you, by the way. So something about this panel isn't quite right.
I think, yeah, my hair's not looking. Oh wait, no, somebody else's. Yeah.
Somebody has very long hair in this
Yeah,
panel.
yeah, yeah.
Actually.
Not long hair.
So, yeah, great to have you with us. Of course, for those of you who don't know, we're joined this panel by XD owner and CSGO enthusiast, Riddits. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, a nice panel to start out with. I'm sure you have a lot to say. Obviously, we all expected DC to struggle on
Yeah.
Energy's map. And it in fact, was Energy that seemed to struggle most since, well, they lost.
Yeah, they did. I mean, not to take anything away from Energy, those were very close rounds. I know in I think it was the 26th round or the 25th round, sorry, we saw DC go into a save after winning, I think, 6 rounds in a row because of the close rounds. You know, DC kept having to rebuy 3 or 4 weapons, and Energy just kept the rounds close, unfortunately not being able to pick them up. But yeah, definitely close rounds.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a look at how the entire map started, it started with Black Poison getting a 4K on pistols.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just phenomenal to see, and that
Oh, yeah.
shows why he is in the Energy team. And, you know, everyone in South Africa knows Black Poison in CS. He
Yeah.
is extremely, extremely, extremely talented. Energy went on to win the next 3, of course, as you would expect. But then DC came back with the next 3, so tying it up straight away. And that's sort of been the story of the entire game. It's the one team gets 3 or 4 rounds, or 6, and then the next team gets 3 or 4, or 6.
Yeah, it's been like that. I mean, we just saw, as I say, DC picking up, as you said, 5 rounds, then Energy picking up 6 rounds. But most of DC's success, I think, came from that drop angle. That APOC was playing so brilliantly. I mean, there were a couple of rounds that Flexi and Takbo kept trying to push drop and would just get taken out immediately. I think there was one round where Energy smoked off the entrance to drop from B side, flashed in and then got through. Yeah, they pushed out window into and then did a B split execute, which was really good. But apart from that, I think there were 1 or 2 more rounds. But apart from that, APOC just blew my mind in that area of the map.
We're actually busy talking about this even before this game started. Was how are the 2 different teams going to handle drop?
Yeah.
Are they just going to leave drop and take the long angle, or are you actually going to put someone inside of drop to be in the opposition's face?
Yeah.
And we saw 2 completely different styles here. Energy, of course, taking the long angle.
Yes.
And APOC, I have to say, I was quite surprised when he was playing inside of drop the whole time, and it just kept on working. It forced Energy to either go through window, or it forced them to rotate through to A straight away.
Yeah, no, he did. He did a very good job there.
Clearly, he has not read The Art of War, because you do not mess with the high ground. His response was, high ground what?
High ground what, yeah.
So, I mean, it was pretty impressive stuff. Let's just go through this, I guess, a little bit more granularly, though. I think we should probably tip our cap to Black Poison for his 4K in the first round.
Yep.
That was amazing, though. It was like 4 taps.
Incredible.
It was literally 4 taps.
Yeah, it was 4 1-taps. Yeah, he did very well. I think that gave them a little bit of confidence. They took the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then the first bar round came out from DC, and I think DC won that round and then drew it up 3-all. Yeah. So DC, playing very... No, they won the second round.
No, it was 3-3. Then it went over back to Energy, and then went over back to DC, forcing Energy into a full reset.
Full reset, yeah. So, I mean, that was just insane. It was a very close matchup. I mean, it was, as I say, all the rounds were close. Then Energy would take a couple of rounds. So it's interesting CS to watch.
One thing, though, that I want to point out, which was different between how Energy played now versus how they played against Bravado, was it wasn't technically a full reset because Energy could buy. Versus Bravado, they forced that buy.
Yeah.
And then if they would lose that, they would have to save the next 2 rounds to actually do it. So what Energy decided, or the next 3, what Energy decided to do here was rather save for 2 so that you're secured the next buy and a half buy after that. Yeah. Or if you get at least 2 kills, you'll be secured 2 rounds.
2 rounds, yeah.
To actually play the economic game there instead of against Bravado, oh guys, we have to buy now.
Yeah.
Instead of just saving those 2. Just save those 2, then buy.
And of course, it worked out for them as well. They actually won the second eco as well.
Yes, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. That is actually very true. And it was, they actually got 2 AKs off that as well.
Yeah.
Which is big. I mean, if you get 2 AKs off...
it's about almost $6,500 that you're saving on a buy. So, yeah, it's really good. Another thing, though, that I wanted to just mention, the A-side hold of DC, I mean, they were playing it exactly the same as yesterday. Inson would peek around long, come back, and he actually got a 3K from the... I felt a lot of deja vu because he hid on site around the first close angle after wood, and he got 3 kills again from that same position. One person pushing up mid, 2 people pushing from long. And it just took Energy a bit too long to realize that. And then that's actually one of the rounds that put them back onto a save.
But the thing is, DC have so many plays on this map, and you could actually see them mixing it up round A or round after round on CT specifically.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier on today, how the experience from DC actually brings them a strat book so deep you could probably write.
They don't have to boot camp. They've been boot camping for 5 years.
Exactly.
Only 5?
Yeah, but I mean, Cobblestone's extremely tight. It was 8-7 to Energy's favor to start off with.
Yeah, and then Energy takes the pistol on the second half, and then DC come back and return straight away with another round win, putting Energy back onto a save.
So, I mean, obviously we saw some other pretty impressive players as well. I think Styles Deagle round 17 worth mentioning as well.
Yeah.
Just
APOC smoke diffuse.
That was a fantastic one as well. And the game itself just had like quite a few sort of stand-up performances from individuals, and not necessarily throughout the entire game, because I think a lot of people put their hand up. But one of the other things that stuck out to me was Black Poison was generally the last man alive. I mean, so often we saw him trying to clutch for his team, and personally, often when he was doing that, I was thinking to myself like, oh, but it's Black Poison. And I was thinking how that must be for the player themselves. And I think DC are probably the team that is best suited for handling that sort of pressure, because once again, with the wealth of experience they have, they're the kind of guys like, oh, well, I played against a scary opposition before, I'm just shoot him in the head. But additionally, there was one thing that really stood out to me, is the actual attitudes of the booth. Yesterday, when we saw Bravado beat Energy Esports, they were in good spirits. They seemed to shrug it off as if it never happened. We'll just beat them 3 times tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
DC, obviously...
As Bravado does.
And then DC... did I say Bravado? I meant Energy, if I did. You confused me now. What did I say?
You said Bravado, but I think...
Bravado.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So Energy, when they lost yesterday, they shrugged it off and they said, we'll just beat Bravado 3 times tomorrow. And after this matchup, Energy seemed notably distressed by what was going on. There's also a lot of communication we could hear outside the booth coming in from the coach. Obviously, there was on the positive side, when they won a round. But I'm curious to know what you guys think how you think this is going to affect them going to this next matchup.
Well, I think Energy being the team that they are, I think composure plays a big role here. They are a team that's expected to win, so I think there's a little bit of added pressure. But also they need to go and think about it as a new map. Come back and say, okay, boys, we lost. What can we do better? And let's do that, and let's win the next couple of rounds.
But it is DC's map, though. DC beat
that
Energy on Energy's map.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Cash. And Cash is an interesting map, on its own. And I think, in my opinion, it does favor DC's playstyle. Because there's so many plays that you can actually have there.
Yeah.
And if you just keep on mixing it up, especially if you're on CT in regards to how you defend, how are you going to breach those sites? How are you going to get into A, into B, if you're playing on Terrorist, where you don't know how DC's actually going to be setting it up?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It all comes back to DC's experience and how long they've been in the game for. If Energy figure out as they're set on A or B, and DC realize, okay, they figured us out, let's just go to another play.
We have 10 others.
Remember in 2007?
Yeah, exactly.
That movie moment, right?
I am actually sure that they probably have done it. Guys, remember in 2012 or
Seagull
2015, at this LAN, we actually tried this and it worked?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they have actually said that before.
It's going to be the way they do in the movies, right? It's going to be, you remember Seagull Land 2012? Yes, I do. And off they go, and they just commit to it. So we are getting into the next game soon.
Yeah.
I just want to point, we've been here so many times before, and it's really funny because I made a comment. I shouldn't really say this on stream, but I've committed now. I made a comment. I really hope we see a DC Bravado final, just because Energy Bravado happens so frequently. It would be nice to see a bit of a change in flavor. And at that point, I was reminded that.
Pass this, guys.
No. Well, now you've done it. Now you've really done it. Pretty cool.
Guys, bye. I'm out.
Why did we bring you here again?
Because you like the way I look, man.
That's only because you look slightly like me, and I like the way I look.
That's the reason.
That's exactly it. So where I was going with this is that Energy...
You're going somewhere?
I was home because of the recall points. Give a shout my way. But yeah, so jokes aside, Energy we've seen the story before.
Yeah.
We've seen the story where Energy take on DC in the low bracket finals, and Energy wins. So then for a second,
DC is always third. I mean, that's
their home. They live there.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean,
they're accustomed to it, but they can if they get their mindset right.
Well, that's the thing. They've been playing a lot of CS already this weekend. So
versus the 22 hours in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So they've played yesterday. They played 110 rounds. So you're looking at a game like that and how much time they've had to play, and especially this morning already they've played. So they've had that warm up. Energy come in first game of the day. So maybe we see a little bit of difference just because maybe they were a bit cold, maybe their heads weren't in it right. But after the first game, your head's always back into the game. So maybe we see them play a bit better.
DC had their
before you
camp.
go there. it's time we give somebody else a chance to talk, and that's, of course, Ryan and Fingers, who are ready to take us away with this game. And as much as I love you to vet, they're more important right now. Gentlemen, take it away.
Oh, no. Thank you, gentlemen. And we are heading into the second map, which is DC's choice. I know them on this map, and this is their map. So you panel desk might be right, where we will be seeing a potential DC Bravado final. But let's not count Energy out. They are Energy. We're about to be heading in there. They need to be bringing something different into their game here. How they do it remains to be seen. They are starting as T's on the first half against Damage Control as CT. Fingers?
Well, I think time's going to tell. You know, all the predictions have been pretty much wrong leading into this match. So, let's see what happens.
Well, DC doing a 3-1-1 split. 3 on A, 1 mid, 1 B. And I guarantee you almost that Hellhound is that guy alone on B.
Triple boost over into middle.
Energy triple boosting there. Does get one pick onto APOC there. Smoked off. Do they push through? That looks like they do. This is a little bit dangerous. Inson picking up one onto Flexi. Kani returning the kill onto Style. Inson, this is a slug match at the moment. Bomber's going down. Inson, Hellhound, and Explicit remain. What are they going to do? Bomb is down. Time is ticking.
Well, the bomb goes down. Hellhound creeps forward with his USP. We've got Kani holding back. Explicit. Oh, he takes him out. Now Hellhound moving into quad.
Oh, what?
Takes out Kani.
Oh, what just happened there? One round in favor of DC. They get the defuse. They get the first pistol round. And they are well onto their way to perhaps winning this map. Energy, obviously, most likely devastated that they're losing their first round. It is such a big deal mentally.
Yeah. And the worst part is they had such a great execution through middle. You know, they got that pick on that on the boxes there, and they moved up highway onto the site. They got the plant. Unfortunately, Explicit was in the right place, waiting to get that frag, and then it was a 2v2.
Look at this. Look at the variance that DC are showing here. Hellhound still alone on B there. That is usual. But then we had 2 by mid. Now, looks like they have 2 at A, but they're hanging back. They're waiting for the terrorists to come to them.
Kani pushes over boost. He's looking to make a play mid. Now we've got a rotation from Apocalypse. He goes back to A.
He does spot 1 mid.
Tuckbok. Tuckbok opening the door. Oh, maybe trying to draw a bit of attention his way, but
he doesn't even realize that there are no CTs in sight there. He's trying to like psych them out or something, try and draw some sort of attention, but they are waiting to do a retake. This is what I was saying, is that what? Style with the first kill, Explicit with the return onto Domster. Hellhound! There's so much going on right now. These guys are just walking right over Energy Sports. Granted, they were saving, but I mean, at least get a pick or 2.
Yeah, at least 1 trade. But yeah, now we're looking.
Oh, this is it.
We're looking at Energy Esports to do something with those AKs.
They buying up now. 4 AKs on the ground. They mean business. 4 smokes, 2 flashes, 1 molly in hand.
Tuckbok with that Galil. They've all got head armor.
If they lose this round, that's going to reset them, and they're going to be saving the following. This is not good if that happens.
Explicit running that UMP.
Careful there.
3. Oh, Instant getting boosted. Holding that spot there.
Manages to pull that off, and he's in safety zone right now, Instant. Oh, and he leaves straight away. I wonder what made him prompt to do that.
I think the rotation style.
I think they heard. I think they were like, we've been caught out. They know we're here. Let's move out here. Yeah, Domster looks there straight away. He's not there anymore. Black Poison on Squeaky Door.
Oh, it's drawing a bit of attention from Explicit and Hellhound. Moving up to the vents. Explicit gets boosted into the vents.
Oh, I think they both were. Jeez, Instant catching a headshot there, leaving him on 11 HP. Unable to do any damage to his attacker.
Shit.
Kani waiting patiently as the lurk in mid. He's now rotating that bomb towards a site. Looks like Flexi is going to be joining his team shortly. However, watching that rotate from B. Doesn't want to get caught from behind. Energy Esports taking things rather slow, seeing what they can find, and
what?
Uncharacteristically, Black Poison gets flamed to death.
Oh, that's a great pick by Flexi, and now Domster takes out Ensign. They've opened the A side up with only Apocalypse holding it. Can he get it? He does.
Bomb is down.
Oh, this is going to cause a rotation from Hellhound to back him up while Apocalypse holds the site. And here we go. He gets taken out by Domster. Now Domster's going to pick up the bomb, it seems, and plant it. While Hellhound rotates, gets one. 2v1 now.
Anyone can do it. It is Hellhound.
Oh, he gets a headshot on Tuckbox.
Oh, wow. 1v1. However, he is on 25 HP and he gets taken down by Domster, securing the round for Energy Esports.
Oh, the
brings
one
the
tap.
score to 2-1. Still in favor of Damage Control, but Energy Esports, I'm sure, are going to be ecstatic about taking that round. They needed that one since they bought. And
Very
hopefully they
nice.
can continue that momentum into the 4th round.
And considering Black Poison got burnt alive, that was a great round for Ian to win.
Not so much resetting Damage Control there, but it does force them to save.
Oh, I like to see what they do with the save. They stack 4 on the A site.
However, they're leaving mid completely open. I suppose that is their plan. I mean, they can't watch everywhere. It is only a 5-man versus a 5-man.
Yeah, I think they got an early smoke. Which they
Domster smelt a push there, and he does catch out Style. Sees another, however, might not catch him.
Oh, now they're looking, they're poking middle. They're seeing that there's no one there. They're deciding perhaps they've stacked B. Should we go? And stacked A. Should we go B?
Looks like they might.
Moving forward.
Explicit should be able to hear some sort of rotate into mid there. This will prompt Hellhound to get into another position. Can he? With a straight up headshot into Explicit with that Tech 9. That's going to open up mid.
That's incredible. And Flexi just headshots Hellhound.
Very difficult for Damage Control to do anything with just pistols and very little armor. Only APOC has Kevlar, no helmet.
Ensign with his smoke and P250. Apocalypse with his 5.7. They can make something work here. We're going to see something happen right now.
Oh, Ensign's got his back.
Domster's got the sights.
Poor Ensign.
Oh, Ensign gets one tapped. Oh, Apocalypse.
Oh, APOC might just pick up a gun here. Hopefully he can save that. Oh, it's just a Tech 9. That's a little unlucky for him. He was hoping for something else there. Does he get another? He doesn't. Domster closes that round, leaving the score 2-2 now. Moving into round 5. This is as close as it gets. Scores are 2 apart. And Damage Control have put the AWP into Styles' hands. Let's see what he can do with that. Still no AWP on the field for Energy Esports. They obviously want to keep it as fast-paced as possible, slowing down where needed and just going in brute force with an automatic rifle.
Energy being a little bit unpredictable now, and it's really paying off. Explicit waiting in those vents.
Kenny doing his due diligence there, flaming out the sandbags.
Oh, he's very vulnerable, but doesn't matter. Him and Tuckbox take out Explicit.
Kenny on 10 HP now. It's never comfortable being on that sort of HP.
Hellhound.
Alone on so B. Good on B. So good on B. It must be so good to know that Damage Control can just leave one player in the side. Unfortunately, APOC gets taken out by Takbok, who was boosted there. Style now trying to come in. He has to do something with this AWP.
Oh, but he's going to get 2.
And he gets 1 onto Kenny there, who is already on such low HP.
He flashes and backs off, playing it safe. Oh, now we've got a rotation.
Takbok still maintaining his boost advantage there.
There's Hellhound. He's going to see him come into checkers now, into vision shortly.
This is going to create...
They dodge each other. Black Poison versus Hellhound in B.
Really good smoke placement there. That's going to be cutting off A there. Allowing...
Oh, amazing shot from Hellhound. Fortunately didn't get to see that, but we've got some action in A now. Flexi opens it at the A site. They're going to get the bomb down. Style gets taken down. Not before taking down Tuckbok, but that really leaves Hellhound to take out 2 more.
1 versus 2 situation. Hellhound with the M4. Doesn't know that Flexi's on such low HP. 41 to be exact. Domster.
Odds are against him, but that's how he likes it. That pressure really brings out the best in him.
Energy Esports have got the bomb placed down quite well for themselves.
Oh, he drops down, reveals his position, and gets taken out by Domster. That incredible aim.
Hellhound did smell that someone might have been in a main there. Unfortunately, just didn't have his crosshair placement in the right place there. Well, Energy are now in the lead, 3-2. This is going to be exactly where they want to be with that momentum moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. And now damage control with 4 P250s and a USP. No utility. And, first one goes down. Explicit gets taken out by Canny. Ensign being quite aggressive, going through Squeaky with Apocalypse behind him. Oh, gets taken out by Black
Poison's having none of that.
Will he expect another one? That's the question.
I think he does.
He does, and he takes him down. Now, Style alone behind Truck. Black Poison.
2 brothers left alive, Style and Hellhound. Style on 9 HP. He gets taken out by Domster. Headshot there, not that it mattered.
Hellhound with that USP. Not sure what he's going to do.
I think he's just worrying about his back there. I think the best case scenario for him is to maybe get a kill and pick up a weapon for the next round, but not sure Energy Esports are going to allow that. Not if they want that. And Domster picks up Hellhound, securing the 6th round for them, and they are now in the lead 4-2. Energy Esports really taking it forward to the damage control right now, moving into the 7th round.
Domster really doing some amazing work with average damage per round of 122.
Double digits already, where the rest of his team is on 5 or lower. This is going to be very interesting to watch. Hellhound on his own in B. Interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure that Energy know that Hellhound hold it alone, and yet they're still quite hesitant just to go in there, knowing that there might only be one player that is Hellhound there.
Right, you say that, but now they seem to be pushing B. There's a boost with Apocalypse. He wants to try to get them from behind. Black Poison waiting for it. Now they're moving into B. Tuckbok takes out Hellhound. Style in heaven.
I think they figured it out. They just need to get those Molotovs placed, and Hellhound has nowhere to run.
Trades are happening.
Good headshot there from Style. Unfortunately, traded there by Tuckbok.
Ensign likely going to save his M4.
Probably. Energy in a commanding lead at the moment. This is going to reset damage control, forcing them most likely to either save or eco next round.
Black Poison just clearing out that CT side. Entrance into B, making sure that there's no sneaky business from Ensign, but Ensign just chilling out there.
Energy are fired up at the moment. That last map was not what they wanted, and they proving exactly why they should be in the final.
Yeah, it's an interesting start. I wouldn't say they're leagues ahead in this map right now, but
yeah, anything can happen.
This seems to be the trend, is teams taking one another's maps.
Here we see Style with some good headshots, taking down Canny. Well, this is a little strange. Oh, well, their Ensign, sorry, carried over that M4 from the previous round. He's going to be getting a couple of flashes utility there.
Tuckbok and Flexi styling those new gloves.
Style with the deagle. Let's see what he can do. Does he spot the boost? Yes, he does. No Juan Deeg just yet.
Oh, we've got a Apocalypse boosting Ensign. Ensign likes that position.
And this time I think no one heard him boosting. I don't think Kani might have heard that boost, so I think he might just remain up there.
Oh my goodness!
Look at that.
The spray gets him the headshot on Apocalypse. He didn't expect that.
Kani definitely smiling there, loving that.
Molly's out into
Style coming to back up Ensign. He's got the Deeg. Energy Esports setting up for a breach, molling out potential spots where they could be hiding. Style knows that he's still at Squeaky. Unfortunately gets taken down by Tuckbok. Things falling apart a bit for damage control right now. Explicit alone.
Well, I think after they save, we're going to be able to see how do they respond to this.
Well, they haven't been playing as differently as they were on the first map. They need to start mixing things up, maybe having 3 pushing mid, I'm talking about even on a buy round now. They need to have maybe 3 mid, 1A, 1B. Maybe they vary it up a bit.
Yeah.
Style needs to back them up in Z there, watching mid. And then perhaps having another 2 players back him up, one going vent and the other hitting by white box. Let's see what happens. That way they can control mid. I think a big believer in controlling the mid. At least he has one, so Explicit is moving up. There we go. We have 3 mid, 1B, 1A. Let's see how this works out for them.
Sure, it's almost as if they heard you there, Ryan. Now we've got Tuckbuck holding middle, hoping to...
There's a boost. I don't think Explicit heard that.
Oh, he's going
to does see it now, and there's a flash. Well timed there.
Tuckbuck pop flashes out.
Good stuff from Explicit. Taking Latuke, taken down by Black Poison. He did his job there at least. Now Style waiting with that open mid. Doesn't see anything just yet.
Got Domster hoping to push out into A main. Oh, he sees the jump shot. Doesn't get it though.
3v3 situation. Black Poison on 58 HP. All of damage control players still on full.
Oh, a trade of smokes going past one another there.
Open hand and Style. Looks like he's going to be maybe moving back to mid. Quite slowly. No, he's staying in A.
Oh, Molly out from Domster trying to sell the A and keep Style in position with that AWP.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
Now Instant going to B.
Alan still waiting ever so patiently at B. Looks like the terrorists are getting ready for a B execute.
Is it enough?
These mollies are coming in. They know Halland is somewhere around there. That's going to force him out. Good flash return there on Halland.
Is it enough though?
They haven't spotted him just yet. They know he's in here somewhere. Where?
Oh, Black Poison takes him out, and that's critical. Now Instant goes up towards Heaven. Style isn't sure. He should rotate.
Oh, Instant not expecting that, and he takes a bit of damage, down to 22 HP. I think they're going to consider saving, which they are.
Okay, well, Style closing squeaky and not really...
That's 9th round.
Going for it. No, they're going to save. Instant moving back towards Style. Black Poison hunting.
I think they had the beginning idea right. However, I did notice that, you know, they started off with 3 in mid, and then one of them, I'm not sure which one, made their way around to A. So then essentially there were 2 in A.
Oh,
I think it was actually Style, because, yeah, he's in A now. He was in mid with that AWP earlier, so
Yeah.
then he went to A. But I think he... Wow, what is going on? Oh, good. Getting some trades there.
Yeah, this is really Energy saying we've got all the money in the world. We're going to try and take your guns away.
I like that idea. There's no reason why they should leave the enemy with those guns if they can afford the next. This is where the difference came in. They didn't expect 2 players in mid there. And that made a little bit of a difference there. I think they need to try and figure out exactly what went wrong and refine what they did. Style still with that AWP. And CT still managing to buy, which is really good for them, I think, from that round loss bonus.
Oh, now the bomb going all alone with Canny into the A site. This seems to be a sale on B.
Well, I'm suspecting that Energy are going to try and sell a
Instant.
B execute. Meanwhile, the bomb is all the way over at Squeaky Door there. But they should know this. I mean, I do, and that's because I've played against Damage Control, but they always leave one player behind in the site. They never do a full rotate unless they know where that bomb is. Kani might just get a surprise here.
Oh, if Instant can take the bomb carrier down, this is not good for Energy.
What's going to happen is they're going to breach mid, breach B, and then try and make their way over into A. Look, maybe the 2 teammates. Yeah, it looks like they're moving back from mid towards A main.
Oh, interesting there. Trades. Now, Canny mollies the forklift.
Instant still in position there. Lineup is going to happen. Only gets 1. Flexi returns. Style on Canny. Bomber's down. They know this. They're going to be doing the rotate. Style, unfortunately, not able to connect there on the guy in mid.
Flexi on point. Takes out Apocalypse. That flick shot, and now...
Oh, this is really hectic now. Flexi taking down Style. Now the side is clear. 1v1 situation. Hallan on 6 HP. And I think Flexi knows that Hallan will be coming from B area sometime, depending where he comes from. A main, highway, or CT spawn side. Not sure. He's suspecting maybe CT spawn.
Oh, if Hallan just had a nade.
He's checking. He spots him in highway.
One shot from Flexi, and Flexi's aim at the moment is impeccable. Oh,
very good from Flexi there, securing the 10th round. Moving into the 11th, the score 8-2. Looks like DC is going to be calling a timeout probably a very good time. This is where they need to
Yeah.
pull it together. They want to try and take every round from here.
You know, they want to roadblock that momentum that Energy have right now and possibly change something. I'm not sure what though. Perhaps it's the way they're using the utility. But look at that. Energy with 8 rounds in a row.
I think Energy is playing rather standard. I mean, they're doing a few little, back and forth mind game with damage control. Damage control need to maybe they need to do something out the box. Maybe do another counter boost or something like that. Have 2 going mid and smoking up mid on entry.
Yeah.
Breach the mid there, counter boost over. One can fall back to A. Hallown can keep doing what he does in B. That's all good, and then they can make a call from there. But they need to start maybe throwing Energy Esports off a bit, because Energy are just kind of setting up exactly how they want, because they have the time to do it. They're setting the pace.
Yeah, I mean, they're bouncing on their chairs. They are full of energy and ready to close this map off and win it on Mirage. It's the way it's looking at the moment, but DC, never count them out. They may just take this. What we've seen in the past is these tactical pauses really do help the teams that are struggling. And we're going to see if that's true now in the highest level of play in South Africa.
Oh, we have DC with 3 pharmacists and 2 M4s. One thing's for sure is that they are so good with pharmacists.
Oh, we've got a boost. Canny already pushing up.
Canny never misses his beat. Always ensures that sandbags are clear by that molly.
Interesting. No information of this from DC. They're not sure.
A lot of due diligence from Energy Esports. A lot of due diligence. Checking those corners with the mollies, ensuring that no one's hiding there.
Yeah, and using the utility to creep forward. Now we've got Domster with a battle in A. He gets taken down by Ensign. Flexi takes down Apocalypse. Canny takes down Ensign.
Oh,
Canny.
running headshot from Canny with that AK onto Style. Hellhound.
Black Poison's gone to pick the bomb up. He throws a flash and makes his way into A bomb site. Now, Hellhound and Explicit, do they try and take it?
I think they're just going to stick around, probably T-spawn side, maybe get a pick off from the rotates if there are any towards T-spawn, but I'm sure they'll be happy with just saving their weaponry without facing anyone. But
Energy exposing some weaknesses in that A bomb site.
Energy Esports, this is, I think, what everyone expected them to do on the first map, but at least they bring it onto the second, showing exactly why they have made it this far in the tournament. Takbak trying to get some kills onto the remaining damage control players.
Hellhound popping another smoke there to slow them down. Does reveal his location though. Canny moving forward through the smoke.
Oh, Takbak takes down Explicit and leaves only Hellhound alive.
Well,
that's gonna bum them out. Style with the deagle in hand. Love that. So exciting to watch. See what he can do with that. Wow. Look at Energy Esports. Full AKs, 1 AWP, full utility, armor. These guys are set to take this round.
Oh, looks like they're stacking B. Interesting decision with Hellhound holding with just the FAMAS. The gun that was saved from the previous round.
At least they're keeping 1 in A just to make the call and the rotate.
Oh, now we've got some aggression from Canny.
And interestingly enough, it's Hellhound. He's always on his solo there.
Yeah.
So good on his own.
Oh, they spot him out. He gets a headshot on Domster. Oh, Takbak takes him down with the help of Canny.
That's the problem, leaving mid open.
Oh, now Black Poison picks up the bomb as usual and takes it into A.
Yep, they're calling it that A is clear. No need to go head to head with the damage control players.
Now, with the slow rotations to A, I think they may be overthinking things. Oh, Canny unfortunately taking Explicit out. Now we have Flexi waiting for those rotations. Ensign gonna meet him.
Flexi knows something's up here.
APOC getting the angle.
Oh, wow.
Nice pick there from Ensign.
Unfortunate for Flexi there. Almost had it.
Oh, now we've got Takbak moving aggressively.
Do they get 2 guns? That would be really helpful for the next round.
Oh, APOC looking for
Takbok.
kill. He gets it on Takbok. Well, that gives them an AK. This is what they needed. Those exit frags paying off. But now Canny doesn't want them to keep those guns. He moves forward. Instant waiting for him.
Revealing himself.
Not quite going to get those.
Well, they managed to take 2 AKs into the next round. Damage control in a really tough spot at the moment with only 2 rounds on the board, whereas Energy is leading the way as expected with 10.
Oh, that game, Energy versus Bravado, has really taught them.
They're going to have a really tough time on T's when they swap over next half. Style with the pickup onto Black Poison. That was really well done from him there.
Amazing play.
Canny picks up the AWP. Explicit taken down to 46 HP. He's moving back.
Explicit also holding the AWP. Needs to make that work.
Flexi seeing what he can do. Dumpster waiting very patiently there.
3 watching B. If Instant doesn't get those picks, it's really up to Style and him to hold the 2 with the bomb from planting.
Instant waiting for that headshot. Opportunity. Don't think Dumpster's going to present.
Oh, Flexi
just
gets
yet.
taken out, unfortunately, on B side by Apocalypse in Heaven.
Takbok. Seeing what he can find in B there. Here we have Instant.
Oh.
Unfortunately not able to take out Dumpster. Dumpster with a great headshot onto him. Canny taking down Apocalypse. Things are falling apart for DC right now. Style managing to pick up a bit of a connect there with the Zorb, taking down, I think, Dumpster down to 19 HP.
Oh, I'd love to throw a nade in there.
They need to maybe consider saving these weapons. Bomber's down. Do they realize how low Dom and Canny are?
Oh. They're going to push it. They want
It's a 3v3 situation. They're definitely going to go for this. Style, not knowing that Canny was hiding behind the yellow forklift.
Well, Hellhound, he's done this before.
I think Hellhound's just going to go for it.
Oh, time running out. Domster looking for the flank on him.
He has a kit.
Oh, Takbok just tears that head right off. So, Energy commanding lead this half. Instant asking Dom how much HP he had left, and he responds with 19.
Well, this is either going to be a very quick map or it's going to be a long and drawn out one, depending how damage control take the rest of these rounds and how they perform as terrorists.
Bit demoralizing timing out and not getting the win afterwards. Now, limited utility to hold Energy back. Energy are just going to poke
Like
and try
this.
and get that last remaining utility used up.
See, here's a little bit of difference now.
Oh, Domster gets a frag on Style in A. He literally just popped out of main there.
Oh, Instant managing to hold his own there. Unfortunately, gets taken down by Black Poison. BPN now knows that A side is clear. He's going to be communicating that to his team. They're going to be smoking out. And Apocalypse picks him up onto Canny. Bomb is down. Explicit picks up the second onto Black Poison. Bomb is down. They have the bomb secured. Now it's a waiting game for Energy eSports to make their way to the bomb.
Amazing plays there by DC, and this is how they're going to claw their way back to make that second half just a little bit easier.
DC need this round.
Takbok moving up on the truck side. Flexi moving up highway. He's going to go up the ladder into heaven. Oh, but Apocalypse looking the wrong way, thinking they're going to come from behind. Realizes perhaps that it's not the case.
I think those bullets fired there give Explicit some indication as to where he
Explicit
is.
sees a little head, doesn't get the connection though.
One confirmed in A main. Flexi doesn't know about the second just yet.
Oh, the flash goes out, 2
Nice
flashes.
pop flash there. I think they realize where the second is. He flashed himself, unfortunately. Flexi, he picks up Explicit.
Oh no, APOC
One.
gets 1, he gets...
This is so close, and he gets the second. That gives them 3 rounds. I think they're going to be happy with that. They do need it so desperately
APOC
if they want
whipping out that
any
pistol.
chance at taking out Energy eSports. Energy,
Oh, look at that.
so good.
Love it when they use the sidearm like that. Enough with the rifle. Let's whip out that handgun and win the round. And that takes...
Things looking a little uncomfortable for damage control still with the Farmus two pharmacists in hand, one on Explicit and Style.
Oh, it looks like a 4-man pushing onto B. Damage control with some confidence, pushing quite aggressively up the middle.
Hellhound has been struggling a little on his own in B, and I think Energy might know this. But there is a reason why DC leave him alone on B, and that's because he's a monster in it.
Domster in the side, a little bit exposed.
There he gets one. Fortunately, just that.
Oh, and that's what they need now.
They've secured the B site.
Style gets taken down in heaven by Kani. And the bomb is going to go down. Now, Ensign needs to move quickly to make something happen and get a good position so that he can actually defuse the bomb.
1 versus 3, Kani on 12 HP.
Ensign creeping forward, checking all the angles.
He has to go for it. It's the last round of the half.
They've got a crossfire on him. It's going to be really difficult for him to pull this off.
Indeed. Unfortunately, dies to Kani's amazing AK headshot there.
Well, great half. Energy showing their metal.
Wow. That is some really, really top-notch CS from Energy eSports there.
Some impressive plays from Kani, being the top fragger with 17. Hellhound with 10 on the T side is hoping that the switch can really do something for them now, leading into this second and very important map, their map.
Round 16, second half, Energy Sports lead 12-3. What are DC going to do? They're going to set the pace as terrorists. Kani looks like he's pushing aggressively forward there, not taking any nonsense from DC there.
Oh, so is Black Poison. But there's Explicit lurking on the side. Oh, gets the headshot with the Glock. Ensign gets a kill on Black Poison.
This is something else. That Tech 9 is unbelievable from Ensign. Now almost securing the B side, and they looks like they're going to be walking right into it.
Oh, they've got to watch out for Tuckbok in heaven. And
both
Domster.
CTs are around the B side. They just need to get that bomb down safely and hold. Style still thinking one might be rotating from mid. I'm sure he'll be coming around soon.
Bit of a mistake.
Oh, wow, what is going on here? Takbok, Domster, both headshots onto Explicit and Hellhound. Now they have the bomb secured in the bomb site. 2v2 situation.
DC's move. Energy sitting tight, watching that bomb. Oh.
A little bit of pre-firing from Ensign. He knows where the one is. I'm sure he suspects where the second is.
Takbok getting a few shots.
The Energy players know exactly what Style can do with that deagle.
Oh, Thompson with that amazing headshot on Ensign.
Such patience from Energy.
Style moving in with that deagle.
20 seconds remain.
Sees ahead. Oh, not enough.
Wow, that was damage control's round, and Energy took it from them convincingly.
Seeing Ensign's running Tech 9 here. Powerful gun that.
Well, things are not looking good for damage control. Energy eSports taking that first pistol round. Now they're able to buy up. Kani with the scout in hand. Let's see what he can do with that. Terrorists lining up outside B here with the bomb. They're quite spread out around the map, trying to see wherever they can pick up a pushing Energy player, but none of them are. They're sitting tight in their sights. They know exactly how to play this. The bomb has to go to them and not the other way around.
And there's a solid CT setup by Energy at the moment.
Energy not taking any risks and giving any possible advantage to DC.
Oh, great scouting from Kani.
Yes,
amazing.
Look at that from Kani. Double kill on that.
Oh.
And then a third. This is unbelievable,
and
really. And a fourth. Kani on fire right now. Here we see it. Oh, we missed some of it, but oh man, you could see it up top there. I'm sure you must be so happy with that. Well, it is now 14-3 in favor of Energy, moving into the 18th round. Damage control running out of options. They unfortunately just have Glocks in hand and no armor, so they are planning for the OT.
Oh, look at this. This is aggressive play into A. Oh, Black Poison shuts down Apocalypse. It's just him and Takbok holding the A site, while 4 of them stream out of A main and just get ripped apart, running through that smoke.
Oh, they make it look easy.
Yeah, look, it is a little easy when they just have pistols, especially Glocks, but
well,
that
here we
smoke
go.
really set it up for them.
AWP into Black Poison's hands, and it looks like one of the pharmacists was swapped out for an M4.
This is the map point. If Energy take this, they take map 2, which is DC's map, meaning that the teams are taking one another's maps.
A little bit up and down here.
Yeah, that
Unexpected.
oh,
explicit headshot into Dumpster straight up. And takes down Black Poison to 15 HP. Cunny down.
Great trades there.
Apocalypse pulling it out for his team there. Sitting with a 4 versus 3 situation.
Takbok moving down highway.
Apoc opening up vents for a potential run through there.
Oh.
Does know that someone is watching it thanks to that Molotov that just came through. They might be changing course, maybe going towards A. Let's see.
Oh, if only they do go to A.
Takbok waiting. Ever so patiently.
It looks like it may be an A up highway. Takbok, the only one really to stop this. We're seeing a rotation from Black Poison now. With the
Takbok
AWP.
spots one. Black Poison rotating over, I think thanks to the information from Takbok. Still not sure if anyone's going to push through that mid-Z. He's very cautious around that.
APOC lurking, 42 seconds on the clock. They look to be rotating towards B, going through the vent.
Loving this from DC right now, keeping the guesswork going. Looks like they're going to be committing onto B. There is only one there. Can they take advantage of that fact? Explicit is very low with 23 HP.
Flexi senses something, throws out an incendiary. He's watching the right spot, but now moves his vision. Hellhound with a great pick on Takbok. Oh, and another one on Black Poison.
Wow.
Coming from behind, DC.
That was convincing. Very well played there from Damage Control, and wow, they needed that round.
They need to do
They're
it
still
another
in it.
11 times, Ryan. Another 11 times in a row, and that's going to be a tall order for them.
Jeez.
And that'll
I do believe. But Energy, wow. Not going to let that happen too easily, I'm sure. They're discussing now because the finance situation for Energy Esports is a little bit up and down there. Dumpster with the most, 6.5K. Looks like they're doing some sort of buy here. Maybe Dumpster will be, yeah, he's going to be dropping a farmers for Black Poison, buying one for himself. Flexi going to be left with some armor, utility, and a handgun. That's
wow, DC
decent. I think they got enough to work with there.
DC are not looking confident right now. You know, even winning that round.
Smallest mistake could be devastating.
Insta looking for the pick.
Well, they make their cross over that smoke. Instant did not see that. You might hear them though.
Domster boosts Flexi up into the vents.
Black Poison does some damage there.
Flexi coming from behind. He gets one. He gets two.
That's the third kill now.
What?
Takbok
secures the bomb, and Energy take map 2.
And that is it. That is map 2 done. 16-4. Ending Damage Control's momentum there. Now we are forced to go to a third map, which will be Mirage.
Woo!
Now, this is interesting. Damage Control are good on Mirage. They're good on all maps.
Yeah.
Energy was just better on this and not on Cash. Now we're moving to a third.
How do you really predict what is going to happen in this next map? Because it's just been so unpredictable from the word go on each of the maps. Now, Mirage really, in my opinion, is anyone's map.
Yeah. Very similar to Dust 2. I have stated that before. And
Yeah.
I know DC are monsters on Dust 2. Very similar entrance points and entries into sites and so on.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously with the different angles and the different boost points and so on.
I think it's going to be more about mindset now.
I think it's going to come down to who's prepared the map the most, because it is quite, and you know as well, when it comes to A breaches, I mean, you get one smoke CT spawn, one smoke blocking off stairs, and another smoke blocking off jungle. you've got that arch completely there, and you're able to just walk right in. Obviously, you need to clear the spots under Heaven and or Palace and so on.
And then the question to ask is, how good are your retakes?
How good are your retakes? Do you allow the retake in the beginning? So, I mean, Mirage, I love the map, and I think it's also DC's map in a way, and from what I've heard, I think Energy have been pushing that map. So I think it's going to be maybe another highly contended one, very close.
I want to see what's going to happen down middle. I want to see those AWP shots and those B breaches. Really, I'm thinking Hellhound's going to hold B. Right, he's going to be on that van
alone.
He's going to, he probably might be alone. Maybe one on catwalk ready to rotate A. But yeah.
Well, what would be interesting is to see what our handsome bearded devils look like.
Hellbeard.
On the panel and see what they have to say.
Up to you.
Thanks very much. You don't really have a beard, do you, Snare?
No, this is the best I can do.
It's an attempt. It's an attempt.
Yeah. Do I get a participation trophy?
No.
Maybe you do get a point.
What?
And it was one
Awesome.
of Recall's points as
Wow,
well.
dude.
So,
Why?
I'm perfectly happy with the situation.
That's
so am I.
insane.
I think this is all fair. So in a little lighthearted note, I was enjoying some of the stream comments earlier, right? And one of the stream comments, and it's absolutely ridiculous, suggesting that since we were Dotacasters, we were still looking for Roshan on Inferno. And I'd just like to point that as ridiculous. Everyone knows that Roshan is on Overpass.
So I'd just like to state that I'm a CS caster.
No, you're not. You're definitely Dotacaster too.
I'm a CS caster.
No, I've never.
Let's just clear that point up.
No, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me. Oh, no.
Okay, so with this game going quite heavily towards Energy going to be riding this momentum right into the next matchup. Mirage itself has been, I think, like we've said it, I've said it, Ryan said it. It's pretty much the new Dust 2.
Dust 2, yeah.
And in that regard, I think we'll expect most teams to be quite comfortable on that particular map. Does this end up being a case where we just look at who's got the best individual skill in the team? How are we going to identify this next winner?
Look, the difference between Dust 2 and Mirage is that Dust 2 is always based on individual angels and how well you could pick long and how well you could pick mid. If you got the pick into B site, you'd be able to entry. With Mirage, I feel it's still pick based, but not as much. I mean, if you're taking mid control, then you're pretty much guaranteed a split onto whichever side you would like. And if you keep mid control, then it's even better for you. So I think that the team that's going to win here is going to be if whoever's getting the entries are going to win, because Mirage is a semi T-sided map. It's more so, and whoever's stopping the push is better on A side, because the executes are going to come in. Energy's going to cut off the site, and we've seen it before, where teams just cookie cut the site and push players out of positions. I mean, on A side, just thinking off the top of my head, there's easy positions that you can just Molotov off and push a player out of position that quickly.
I think what's going to be problematic for DC, though, given what we saw how Energy were playing in this map, the thing that was kind of concerning is that DC were playing a very conservative kind of game. Kind of, you could see they were waiting to see what Energy was going to do, maybe soak up the pressure, and they were leaving mid very open for the most part in that particular game. So if that keeps happening in Mirage and they don't actually control, like they can try and control mid, but they actually have to do it proactively, not necessarily just sitting back with the AWP and saying, all right, we can just take them out from far away, because Energy didn't seem, in this game, there were times when Style would get a 1-2 pick off, right, at the very beginning of the round, and it didn't seem like Energy cared. They knew that they actually had the prowess to go in 2v4, 2v3, 1v3 with those duels and still come out on top, or even take a very favorable trade, even on eco rounds. So I think it's kind of troubling for DC, the fact that they had, towards the beginning of the game, it didn't really have any mid control, but even when they started to assert it, it didn't seem like it mattered. It felt like Energy was still able to get to the sites. And I think DC's probably, the thing that they probably have to change, they have to be more committed in terms of the site that they decide to defend, and just get out on the map more. Don't wait for Energy to make a move and then say, okay, guys, come rotate and help us protect you. They have to do things quickly. And I think in the first game, we saw DC doing that. Immediately, if somebody got picked off, immediately you see the whole squad moving in to try and complete the round. But this time around, they were kind of waiting, see what Energy is going to do, try and control them. But you can't control a team like Energy, especially when they're in this kind of form. They just kept getting better and better each round. So they have to do some new things now, especially on Mirage, on the DC side.
I mean, the one thing to bear in mind as well is that we spoke a little bit about the likes of White Rabbit Gaming going up against DC. DC has that mental edge. They're the side that has done and seen this all before.
Yeah.
And in fact, we even complimented DC in the previous matchup when you were stuck in a 1-on-1 against somebody like Black Poison, just holding your nerve and just saying just shoot him in the head. But in this BO3, loser obviously going home after this one. What they're playing for, ironically, is to not get the medals on the desk. No one wants these medals now.
These are the third place medals.
Exactly. So they're gonna try very hard to avoid them. In normal circumstances, you're probably pretty happy, but not right now.
No.
So the thing is that Energy are also quite an experienced camp in their own right.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be too scared about going to this either. They're probably feeling quite confident, and it's going to be interesting to see if DC can actually use their own experience, their own, to beat themselves effectively, to make sure that they don't go into this like, okay, we've lost our map, we're riding a high, now we're in a low, let's pick ourselves back up again and get going. And it's a completely different environment right now. I mean, we can see by the Energy players they left the first game down, defeated, not too happy, and now they've returned in the sense of they're all very happy. You can hear from the coach. I mean,
Definitely. I mean, Adam inside there is just going mental every time they win a round, which is nice for the team. But the question comes to mind is, how do you prepare for a team that's been playing together for over 10 years?
Well, before we answer that question, we have a little video for you to enjoy. So we'll touch back on that in a moment. But for now, let's see something else.
Hello and welcome to VS Gaming's Smack Talk. My name is Ryan Mackay, and with me is Style from Damage Control. And on my right here we have Canny Ballistic from Energy Gaming. Now guys, I'm sure you've seen the videos going around. As you do know, this is a safe environment where we can just talk, say things, and not feel judged. Now, you guys are going to be going head-to-head soon in the semi-finals.
Yeah, is that where we're at now? Semis?
Yes.
Loser bracket finals. All right. Loser bracket finals.
You're so tall.
I know.
Sorry. Well, what I'd like to try and do with you two today is to try and get a little bit of a sense of how you're feeling. Not towards each other, but again, this is a safe space. You can go wherever you want with this. And if you'd like to just express how you are feeling towards each other as you approach this next match.
I'll express first. Are you good with that, Connie?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Age before beauty.
That's all right. That being said, we are expecting to get wrecked here. But if you guys lose one map, you might as well disband.
I see what you're saying there. You're right about the first part about that. But luckily, we plan on ending as 2-0 because we know you guys like to go to bed very early.
Well, it's before 5. I think we'll manage.
You sure?
We'll see just now, Connie. We'll see.
We will.
Now, guys, wow. As is tradition, I'd like to always try and bring in I'm going to call you maybe patience. Not that it's anything official, but I'd like to maybe have you guys bring in a hug just to show some solidarity.
I'll hug. It's only love I'm going to get. Not in the game. Are you happy? Are you good? No, are we good? We're good.
Okay, whoa. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Guys, thank you very much for being with me. You intimidate me. I mess up my lines. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.
Okay, it's okay.
It's a little hard.
It's
okay.
Right, well, Ian disband. I feel like they won because history has supported them now.
Yeah, I mean, that comment actually, it came true. Really, they Ian lost the map to DC, so clearly we know what they need to do.
I guess Bravado win then, because he disbanded before the finals.
Actually, we win. We get more games. So I think the rest of us win. Everyone else is happy. So
how do we get more games if a team?
Because if they don't, they all expected it to be 2-0, but they both were wrong, and we were happy. We get to 3 games. We're happy. We're cool.
So you're suggesting that you should get a point for knowing more than the players?
Yes.
You can have that point.
Thank you.
But it's another one of Recall's points though. We were just.
So what am I on now?
This is set you to -10. Let's go. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and toss it back to the casters for the final deciding round here, or map instead. Of course, one of these teams going home, gentlemen. It's going to be a sad farewell, but I'm sure you'll break it to us gently.
Oh, and that we will. I'm still thinking about how tall Style is. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, enough about that. We are going into the third map, which is Mirage, and it was DC's choice. So let's see what they can bring. And predictions?
Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I actually have
I don't want to call it either, man.
clue. But you know what? I think DC's comment to Energy in that smack talk was, if you lose one map,
which they did,
you should disband. And I really hope they don't.
No, they probably won't.
They probably
No,
won't.
they won't. It was a safe space.
Well,
so we're probably going to be going into the map very soon, and let me throw my prediction in quickly. You know, DC's DC. I've known these boys for some time, as well as some of the Energy boys, so I'm quite agnostic with my choice. But
Terrace take the knife round.
I would maybe like to see Damage Control take it. I mean, it would be nice to see a Bravado DC final. Haven't seen one of those in a while. But then again, I really want to see Energy bring it to Bravado in the final.
Yeah, agreed. Damage Control winning the knife round now, choosing CTs.
Very interesting. Well, yeah, good choice. It's always probably good to start on the defense and then suss out your way to see what sort of momentum and pace Energy throw at them.
Well, Energy
and it looks
buying
like we're going in.
Energy buying some armor and utility, keeping the Glocks. We're seeing 2 going B, and am I right? Hellhound on the van, yes.
Hellhound alone in B.
Oh no, he's pushing apartments.
You got to be really, really trusted to just every single map Hellhound is left alone in a site. Okay, well now he's not alone anymore, but in the initial phase he was. Makes the call, Canny picks out explosive. What? Headshot straight up. That is not good for Damage Control, that is. Not sure where Hellhound is.
They're in A. Inson is he takes out Black Poison, watching that A site. Now the bomb is down, and we've got a rotation from Apocalypse coming up connector.
4v4 situation. Explicit down, Black Poison down. Let's see what they can bring.
Oh, Apocalypse shooting from behind. Style takes out Tuckbuck.
Domster waiting very patiently for Apoc, but luckily Kani takes him down. Bomb is down and ticking.
Oh, Hellhound gets a headshot on Canny and connector, and he starts moving up towards the bomb site to back up Style.
Domster with an amazing headshot onto Hellhound, and he does pick up Style. Another headshot, and Flexi finishes it off on Inson. Bomb down, cash received. Next round, please.
Oh, amazing there. 1 round. Inson with 166 ADR.
That's freaking amazing.
Only better than Domster, which has 231.
What is
right.
Okay, well, it's
2 kills.
It's first round.
2 kills, 1 assist, 100% headshot percentage. Domster on fire at the moment. Really pulling it.
I'm going to call it, I think the team that is most prepared as terrorists should have the advantage on this map. So a lot of work to be done from Damage Control to defend. Looks like Energy eSports are lining up a B execute here.
Oh, Hellhound spots 1.
I think they're sensing something right now. Nothing mid.
Yeah, we've got a rotation from Apocalypse.
They're definitely sensing something, but nothing confirmed just yet. They don't want to overreact. No sounds made just yet. As soon as Hellhound spots, he's going to call it. I think he's hearing it now. At least 2. And the terrorists are moving in. Apoc picking up 2. Hellhound 1. Energy and Domster and Takbok taking down Hellhound and Apocalypse. And now B is open. Styles just picking up headshots now. What is going on? The bomb is down. They're just giving Energy so much time right now. Domster picking up 2 there on Style. Bomb hasn't gone down yet on B.
Amazing.
1 versus 2 situation. Ensign moving slowly through the smoke. Might just pick up Domster, which he does. Bomb is down again. Very awkward situation now. 1v1. Ensign and Takbok. Takbok's going to get that bomb down, but I think Inson's going to be moving all the way around.
Oh, with only 23 seconds on the clock, he's going to
plant
that bomb.
Enough time.
He can't fake it. He's going to put it down right now. Inson creeping his way up to B apartments. Oh, he needs to move a little quicker.
No kit in hand, so this is going to be down to the wire. Takbok moving slowly into Marketplace. And Ensign moving quite slow. Lots of time still, I think, for them, but time is ticking. No kit.
Ensign making a move. He's got the UMP. He goes into the site, looking around, checking his angles, fakes the defuse. Oh, he's not going to fake it twice. I think that was his last chance.
It was indeed. He needs to get out if he intends on saving that AK he just picked up.
Oh, well, very nice for picking up the AK. Takbok gets the round for Energy.
I think he has a feeling where he's going to be rotating around, but Takbok tapping out there, just holding on to what he has. Takbok holding on to that AK. Rest of the team to follow with theirs. Damage control in a little bit of an awkward spot. At least Ensign has the 1 AK from the previous round. 2-0 to Energy Esports moving into the third round. Where's Ensign going to go with that AK? Looks like he's heading towards mid. Easy rotate to either side if need be.
Oh, it's just incredible looking at Domster's stats. 273 average damage per round with 100% headshot percentage.
Wow.
Oh, Kani takes out Style. Clean headshot there. He maybe was a bit forward in that mid position, playing aggressive.
Energy, though, you can just tell their experience there is just making them slow down. No need to make any unforced errors.
Yeah, loads of time on the clock. 1 minute 15 seconds. Flexi's looking to push into B. He throws a pop flash. Oh, underhanded. He takes out Hellhound.
Ensign waiting patiently there with that AK. Will most likely want to try and keep that for the next round.
Planning a retreat. Decides not to even contest the B site. While Apocalypse pushes around trying to find a gun of his own.
Oh, Apoc, I don't even think he was spotted there. However, he did shoot and reveal his position. Now moving back towards the A site. Forcing Black Poison to chase after him. Is he going to? Doesn't look like it. I think Black Poison knows that chances of him still being there are low.
Yeah, going up the stairs would expose him quite a lot. Apocalypse knows that. He comes back to check.
Well, looks like this third round's going in towards Energy Esports' favor. Moving into the fourth. We'll leave damage control open to buy. And that's going to be a crucial round for both teams, especially damage control if they want to get onto the board early on.
Yeah, well, now the saves are over. Damage control are going to buy. And they do. Not enough money for an AWP. Oh, they do get one AWP, but is it a glass cannon? No, Explicit doesn't get helmets. Doesn't need it with the AKs on the terrorist side.
Does manage to get full utility, which is good. He's probably going to hold mid with that AWP. Really good. Yep, he's going to go through connector there, take that quick shot into mid. Does he get one? Let's see.
Very aggressive there from
Oh, he's chased back with that molly. Only taking a little bit of damage there, not too bad. Explicit, waiting ever so patiently, and Kani takes down Style. Now that AWP is just in the middle of nowhere, not being used. Oh, and Kani responds onto Explicit there. Now it's really an uncomfortable situation for damage control. 2 men down. Energy Esports completely dominating right now.
Confidence in Kani. Oh,
Apoc there. Shoots the back of Domster. Returned by Takbok. Taking down Apoc. Wow. Things are moving really quickly now. DC are falling apart a little. They need to figure something out quick. Haven't got much cash in hand. They're probably going to do a little bit of an eco buy here of sorts. Style with the Deagle. Good old Deeg. Let's see what he picks up there.
Sure. Kani just so confident, you know, he goes in with low HP and gets the frags there in the ladder room.
Apoc pushing quite forward here. Does he catch one of the terrorists out? Yes, he might, but not converting it into a kill there. Takbok taken down to 18 HP. Kani on 3 now. Almost equivalent to a man down. However, a live man still shoots back. Style, unfortunately, not getting that insta headshot onto Flexi. Flexi moving in now and takes down Style. Sussing out whether the B bomb side is open. I think the one rotating from T-spawn will pick up the bomb and head towards maybe a different direction, heading towards mid there with his teammate. Not sure exactly whether B's clear or not.
Hellhound waiting for Domster to come out of connector.
Oh, spotted, and he does. Domster, keen eye through that smoke, taking down Hellhound. Inson left alone. No armor, P250 only.
Domster
hoping to catch one from behind, but that's not going to happen.
Domster not wasting any bullets on the bodies. It's heads or nothing for him. Still on 100% headshot percentage.
Well, NEG eSports is really showing what they got. Really showing what they got right now. They're going to be securing 5 round wins now. Moving into the 6th, Damage Control need to show something. They need to put something on the board, and fast. However, they should have enough to buy next round. Hopefully. Whether they get another AWP is another question. It's quite an expensive gun to lose so early on like it did with Style and Connector.
Yeah, it's really tough for Damage Control now.
Well, straight up, Style gets that AWP.
They need to use their utility now to split up energy as they push, potentially stopping them, getting the picks, and winning some rounds.
They did have max round loss bonus there, so they're sitting comfortably with full utility and armor and weapons.
Quick smoke over from Flexi.
Interestingly, Style moving over to Catwalk side there, might catch off Canny.
Oh!
And unfortunately, he doesn't. Explicit manages to get the trade at least. Takbok taking down APOC.
Oh, another one
this
for
is
Takbok.
not looking good. Damage Control falling apart right now.
Oh, this is terrible for them. They're holding one on each side.
Probably going to decide to save here. Flexi going all the way back to pick up that bomb.
Energy just need to get trades now, and they'll take this round without a problem. Oh, Instant getting shot through the box. Gets Domster going up the stairs.
Takbok spraying him down.
Instant
Very
using
low
that
HP,
molly.
does know that. Flexi finishing him off. Hellhound alone, and he's spotted, and Hellhound takes down Black Poison. Good kill.
Oh, but he's smoked off now. They're going to plant the bomb without a problem. Unless you get some lucky sprays.
I think they are realizing how desperate the situation is. They need to get some rounds, but unfortunately Hellhound is alone. He looks like he might be going for it. He has a kit in hand. It's a 1v2 situation. Flexi's on 56 HP. Takbok slightly more with 78. Time is ticking. He does see where the bomb is planted, and that gives him the hints as to where they might be hiding.
Oh, but Flexi's all the way in CT spawn. Looking for a wraparound.
Spreading the risk.
Hellhound gets him.
I think he realizes that Takbok might be hiding, and he's not even going to go for it. Probably the better decision. The time was out completely. Takbok is more than enough experience to play the time.
Oh, he pays the price with his life.
He does pay that price.
I'm not sure that was necessary, but anyway, Hellhound sneaks away with an AK-47. And Energy take another round.
Be very interesting to see how Damage Control break onto the board. Whether they do this round or the next, or at all, remains to be seen. They have board up. Their round loss bonus is staggering right now, so they are able to afford a few weapons and utility with armor.
Oh, aggressive plays into A by Domster. Black Poison getting a pick on Apocalypse. Domster moving forward into connector towards jungle. Oh,
Inson seeing a whole bunch of smokes, flashes, and mollies coming out of Palace.
Explicit getting a pick down middle on Canny. Domster on Style.
4v4 now. Inson patiently waiting, and he picks off 2 there. He knows there's still one in Palace, and Hellhound picks off the 3rd. Domster left alone, 1v2 situation.
The headshot.
Bomb is down.
Flashes in.
Is it planted for him? It looks like it might be. Still a tense situation for Damage Control. They desperately need this round. Domster picks off Inson, headshot.
Hellhound knows where he is. He's kind of pinned.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
That was a very unfortunate walk into that bullet there.
Sure.
Wow, if that was the round for them to take, that was it. Instead, Energy pick up another round, further getting them the lead, 7-0. Damage Control, Damage Control still on that max round loss bonus and buying what they can. They desperately need some kind of round win now.
Right, now Apocalypse gets a kill on Domster. An important kill, considering how impactful Domster's been. Got a great angle into Palace right now. I think he saw the bomb carrier there.
It was an even 4v4, Style down as well as Domster. APOC unfortunately not able to pick off Flexi. Flexi just way too quick.
Explicit middle, here's something.
Wow, Black Poison. Unbelievable headshot there in mid, taking down Explicit. This is leaving a situation for damage control, which leaves them with only 2 players alive versus Energy's 4.
Ensign with that amazing mag 7.
Oh, and it was actually Hellhound that picked up the kill. Flexi taking down Hellhound in return, leaving Ensign alone with an AK at least, and the bombers down. Can't make mistakes now. Energy swarming
Molly goes
so
out
closely.
They grab the bomb.
This is going down. Ensign needs to maybe consider saving, even though they are so far behind at the moment. Looks like he's going to try. They still have max round loss bonus next round if they lose this. He's smoked out. The smarter choice would just be to move back, which he is. Take that AK into the next round. Maybe pick up an AWP for Style or something. They need to figure something out. Maybe they haven't been doing anything out of the ordinary or out the box, really, you know, catching Energy by surprise. It's actually been Energy the ones creating those surprises.
Yeah, playing patiently, looking for those opportunities and then making it happen quickly when they come up.
Yeah, it has been a very quick conversion rate for them. They get the advantage. They capitalize on it. Black Poison sniffing exactly. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Well, 2 pharmacists, an AK, and an M4 for damage control with a little bit of utility over there. Maybe enough to slow the opposite team down and pick up a round for themselves. They desperately need this. This is the time now. This is past the halfway mark of the second half, or sorry, of the first half now. 8 rounds to 0. They do need 1 on the board at least. And soon.
Well, we noted that Explicit doesn't have any head armor. Apocalypse taking a lot of damage, down to 19 HP. Style taking his position in connector.
Style's maybe going to pick off Domster.
Oh, no.
But Domster is so quick, taking down Style immediately.
APOC very low, looking out a window.
That's the advantage they needed. They are a man ahead now. What are they going to do with it? They're still playing ever so patiently. This is some really good Counter-Strike from Energy eSports.
Ensign just waiting as usual.
Not allowing DC to breathe. Every time they do try to take a breath, they are immediately denied.
Oh, Apocalypse gets taken out by Black Poison and Domster. Ensign, the last one on A. Can he hold it with his M4A1S? He sees the bomb carrier. Patient. He takes him. Oh, he gets 2. He knows where the 3rd is, but Domster just gets that headshot.
Hellhound alone. 1 versus 3 in this situation right now, based on the space between the rest of the players. It's a 1 versus 2. But the other teammate is rotating fast, and Domster takes down Hellhound with ease.
Well,
this is absolutely crushing Counter-Strike right now from Energy eSports. Damage control with no way out at the moment. It doesn't look like. They keep buying, and it's tough. 3 pharmacists, 1 M4. And a mag. What is this? This is, they need to get an AWP.
Ensign with the mag 7 secured Hellhound that kill earlier. He hit a headshot, didn't quite get the kill. Oh, and Apocalypse takes down Canny with FAMAS.
Lovely boost there, and Explicit gets the other onto Dom. Now they're ahead. Takbok, unfortunately for Explicit, it gets taken down by a nade, and now Apocalypse getting that return onto Takbok. Things are looking much better for damage control.
Yep, the bomb's down.
Was a 4, now a 3 versus 2. Black Poison still alive.
They know where Black Poison is. He's on A, and now Flexi's moving towards A. Black Poison taking down Apocalypse. Ensign waiting. Watch this mag 7 pay off. 3, 2. Oh, in the face. And he gets the bomb. Now Hellhound can rotate, but he doesn't know where Black Poison is. And Black Poison, being unpredictably lurking, all around the map. He's really not sure right now. Otherwise, he would have rotated quicker.
Black Poison knows he's around somewhere. Oh, he's not there. Where is he? We know he's in Palace, but is Black Poison... He has enough time to do a full rotate around. I think he's just doing his due diligence right now and checking exactly where he might be. I think he's he's going... What is he doing?
He's flashing it to A.
Yeah, looks like he is going to go through Palace there. He knows that there's someone there. Inson, I think, might be intuitive enough to figure out exactly how Black Poison is playing this.
20 seconds left on the clock. Inson's looking to hold Palace while Black Poison moves up in through Palace.
Oh, this is very, very intelligent counter-strike now from Black Poison.
They're both rotating to B.
Highly intelligent play. He's going to get that bomb down almost at the last second. Bomb is going down.
Oh, 2 seconds remaining. He gets the bomb down, but Inson takes him down with the help of Apocalypse.
Wow, almost a relief there for damage control. They needed that round if there ever was a time to get one.
Well, they've got one.
Now they need 2 and 3.
They
need more. They need a lot more.
Difficult. Energy Esports with 9 in a row. This is going to lift DC spirits a little bit. Is it enough?
Well, based on this, they've managed to secure a win and extra cash, and they are able to almost buy full. Yes, it looks like every one of them has got an M4 or AK in hand. Unfortunately for APOC, he has no utility, whereas Energy Esports are fully loaded. APOC with the spray down. Connecting on TacBok, 15 HP now.
Yeah.
Oh, Explicit finishes him off.
Great start for DC.
Energy taking it quite slow here now that they have lost a player. Domster checking around corners, doing his part, making sure that there are no surprises. Black Poison moving up into ladder room there, seeing what he can find out in jungle.
Looks like Domster and Kanye are looking to make a play onto A, while Flexi fakes at B.
Unless, yeah, that's exactly it. It could just be a fake at B, which it might be. They're holding 3 players around B. They pick off 1. That's going to signal a return for Explicit, and he just gets taken down immediately by Flexi.
Style gets taken down as well. Black Poison takes on Flexi.
He must have done that on purpose.
He's like, you've done enough.
You've done enough, thank you.
You can take a break. I'll take it from here.
Bomb is going down. And Inson's left alone. 1v3 situation. Oh, that is a little unfortunate. They're not getting that insta-connect on the head there. Domster returns straight away with that insta-headshot.
Well, Domster, 92% headshot percentage.
I'm not sure what's going on right now, but damage control are just not able to figure out Energy Esports. Look like Energy may have just been teasing DC in that first half there, or first map. But looks like they are a different team this time round.
Oh, Style gets ripped apart by TacBok through that wall. Very, very thin wall, but one nonetheless. Now, Black Poison pushing through Palace. Hellhound down catwalk. Oh, Black Poison gets a pick on Ensign.
It is as though we are seeing a whole new Energy team right now from that first map compared to the second and now to this.
Quite something. Perhaps DC being warmed up from previous match.
Perhaps.
Got them that first map, and now Energy showing that they are the superior side.
DC aren't showing any difference and differentiators compared to what they did in the first map, and now they're just kind of playing standard, and I don't know.
Ryan, the question I have to ask is, do they believe they can win?
I think they do.
Oh, judging by the smack talk, it didn't seem so, but perhaps Black Poison gets a pick on A on Apocalypse. Style takes him out. Now Flexi gets taken out by Explicit. This is what they needed. The bomb is down.
4v3.
TacBok's gone to fetch it.
Domster still lurking around there in connector. Checking corners. Ensuring safety. He's going to see what he can find, and he takes down Style. He does find him instantly.
Oh, this opens it up for them on B and possibly A. But no. Hellhound with the help of Explicit takes down Canny. Now he's holding it. Will he hold the van?
One wonders if they're still going to commit the bomb towards B side there.
Oh, Domster's wrapping around. He might see Hellhound and crush his dreams of taking
Oh,
out.
they just miss each other.
Tuckbox still in apartments waiting. Ensign in connector.
Hellhound might be able to surprise these guys.
Domster, amazing aim. The spray control just takes down Hellhound. Now Ensign, he's got to run through catwalk.
45 HP, 1 versus 2 situation. Not looking good. He has to try and do something. They need rounds. Taken down to 19 HP. Yeah, and he decides to save. Tomorrow's another round.
Oh. Not sure what DC could possibly do now.
Should be getting another round. Last bonus here. Should be able to pick up some weaponry in the next round.
Do they do what worked on Cobble and try and stack a site? But the thing is, Energy aren't committing to any like bold rushes. They're just poking, they're checking, and they're slowly moving, using their utility to gain position and just secure the site.
It just seems also like most of it is also coming down to an aim thing. I mean, DC have got amazing aim, but Energy, it's not about who's worse or bad. It's just Energy are currently way better.
Yeah, you're so right, Ryan. And I think Domster with that 17 frags, he turned around from that first map. I believe that's been the biggest change in Energy is Domster is just on fire right now.
Yeah. Well, Kani straight up onto Instant, not wasting any time, moving straight into the ace side. Kani going wild with his AK, taking down Style now.
Well, they've secured A, but this much. No.
Things are moving very quickly for Energy as well as for damage control.
Hellhound. He's on the right side, but he gets taken down 1 HP and then killed by Domster.
Well, we are moving into the 15th round on map 3. Energy eSports completely dominating with 13 round wins compared to damage control's 1. Things are looking bleak right now.
Well, all those that said 2-1 are looking to be correct, but I'm not sure they were correct on which maps.
No. Very unpredictable gameplay right now. Energy really bringing it, showing exactly why maybe they should be the ones in the final.
And he takes out Style and Explicit.
They need to bring it,
Oh,
and they've got it.
This is going to be the closing time now. Hellhound gets a pick on Canny. He's alone. He gets taken out. Now, Apocalypse spots the bomb. And he's holding it solo. Oh!
Unfortunately, just messed up the spray control.
No.
And didn't click there at all.
Good half.
At least they can smile about it.
Well, Domster with 21 frags. That was well played by Canny that round.
Yeah, energy is definitely up compared to the first map. And I think DC are obviously happy with their performance up to this point.
Yeah.
Getting to 3rd place if they lose this, which it looks like it might be going their way. But I believe maybe there is a chance it'll make for some great casting.
Yeah, well, if they can go to overtime, we'll be there to cover it. Now we've got 3 pushing up to the T ramp. Gets 1 taking up.
Oh, that is just
That
is Takbok
DC's dreams right now.
there. And he's going for the knife.
No, he doesn't get it.
What are we seeing right now, Takbok?
We're seeing a bit of fun, I think.
4K, there it is.
Now,
match point.
The real match point for Energy Esports. 1 more win and they will go into the finals.
What a good final that will be. Indeed. Such good control there from Takbok. Unbelievable play. Damage control. Buying what they can. 2 Deagles. 3 P250s in hand.
Like Poison with that AWP. Watching middle.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, wow.
Oh, very nice buy.
Black Poison gets a jumping scout shot there onto APOC, but then APOC returns quickly with a headshot on that.
Oh, Flexi takes on Hellhound. It's not good.
USP there. That was a good.
The bomb's down. Style can't die now. Otherwise, one of the others have to go all the way back to get the bomb. Style's going back to retrieve it. As Flexi creeps forward towards apartments. Apocalypse in the apartments with Inson, hoping to make their B play soon. Well, Tuckbox sits on. Oh no! Domster takes out Instant and Apocalypse. Oh,
This might be it, guys.
it's all up to
Style.
Style. Can he clutch it?
Can he give us the satisfaction of 4 Deagle headshots, maybe?
Come on, Style.
There's Flexi. Oh, nothing
takes
happening just
damage.
yet. Oh, it's all up to Style. Style, I think, is just going to have fun. Can he connect the headshots? Oh, he knows he's coming from behind now.
Oh, they're
Can
looking
he?
to knife him. They
Getting
want the
cheeky
knife.
with the knife. It's going to happen.
I think they're going to surround him and try and knife him.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, and they do. Can
And
he
it
get the
ends.
knife on
And it
Style?
ends in a knife, and that is it. Energy Esports through to the final, facing Bravado Gaming, taking down Damage Control 2-1.
Energy are ecstatic and Damage Control. They're content with their performance. They did amazingly on Cobble, and
I think they do realize that Energy might just be the team that does deserve to go through based on this performance. They
Well-
were slightly outclassed in the last 2 maps there, and DC's DC, man. They never fail to disappoint, and they haven't today, and they've done really well, and I'm sure everyone will agree. But it is an Energy who is it again?
well,
Bravado
Energy
Energy
final.
final.
for all
What
the
a match
marbles.
that's going to be.
Well, you know what? I would have loved to see a bit more from DC on the T side and just see how Energy really cut them off on various locations.
They never fail to disappoint.
Oh, here we got some.
I'm not gonna lie, we are pretty confident. When it comes to playing DC on LAN, we're always pretty confident. Besides that one map at Metal State, we haven't actually dropped maps to them, so I'm expecting a 2-0. We'll probably see Overpass, Train, and Cobble, I think. Unless we let Nuke through, but we're not sure about that yet. Well, I mean, they're all really good guys, and they're all good in their own right, but I'd probably say Style, or maybe a Haaland. I'd say a mixture of those two, because I think those two are the players on the team that can go off. That can maybe cause us some problems. We were a bit disappointed in our performance last night against Bravado, but that being said, we are still very confident. We've disappointed in ourselves, but we're still very confident, and we do plan on facing them in the finals. And when we do, we're gonna bring our A game again.
Well, we're here with none other than Damage Control, our third place winners here at the CSGO Masters. How are you guys feeling?
Exhausted.
I can imagine. You guys put on some amazing Counter-Strike there, especially in the first map. Maybe tell the audience exactly what happened in the second and third there.
I think we'd used all of our magic on the first map, but us old boys don't have the stamina anymore.
You had everyone going there, including us, that you guys might just have a chance, and I think you did there. Basically, are you guys going to be bringing forth any more action coming up in the next tournaments and so on?
We'll keep on keeping on it.
I hope so too.
We'll keep going. I mean, I think that the show in the first map there was quite decent. So let's hope we can repeat that in future. But, you know, Cash was a lot closer than it looked. But when we got to Mirage, unfortunately, that was...
I was playing solitaire. I don't know what you guys... I was playing solitaire. I wasn't playing CS. I don't know what how did you guys do?
Screen was black.
All right, guys. I don't know if you want to give out any shout-outs. You guys played amazingly well. You have a lot of fans out there that I'm sure enjoyed watching you.
Shout out to everyone supporting us, guys.
Thanks
to
the
the
for the
boys.
awesome event. It was great.
Yeah,
Our
the
Romanian
coach from
coach,
Romania.
if he pulled through for this event, we might have done a bit better. But
Well, again, guys, congrats, and hope to see you again soon.
And just thanks to BS Gaming. This comp was amazing, really good.
thanks, guys.
And congrats to Ian and Bravado. And hope they had a good final.
And we want to go lick our wounds now. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Right. Well, I guess like you could say that makes us all a sad band.
Dad jokes.
I'm fired again.
Again. Wow.
That was really bad.
Yeah, that was unfortunate though. I mean,
the joke, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate that we're going to have to find a new panel host because I don't think Devon's going to be here for the final.
No,
Okay.
I think that he might have just been relegated.
Taking the panda with me though.
No, just leave the panda. That's all we need.
Yeah, we just need the panda. Just needs to sit there, and it's the same panel host.
Literally, if we give the panda the beard, it's the
Okay.
same thing.
That's what we do. We just give him the wristband.
And then there we go. There's Devon. Just the beard needs to stay. You remember? You can go.
Yeah,
The beard just needs to
leave
stay.
Halbert.
The beard's like it keeps me alive. So it's my lifeline. Obviously, quite sad to see DC going home.
Yeah.
You guys have any final thoughts? I don't want to talk too much about these last two games because they weren't really the way I'd want to remember the sort of storyline of DC from this tournament.
No, I mean it's just unfortunate. You know, Energy just played stronger in the last two maps. That's about.
I think the one thing that we can say is that, in retrospect, I think Recoil was right, that Energy might have actually benefited from getting more games in practice. We saw they looked much worse in Game 1 than they did in Game 3. And consistently, they kept getting better throughout the rounds. And the games they were close at the beginning, not even close at the end, right? So it actually might have helped them in terms of their confidence, just building up that sort of aiming. If Bravado was forced to go through the same thing in terms of needing a round or two to warm up, this definitely favors into Energy's favor massively. So in that respect, it might be great. And I believe you called 2-0.
No, I called 2-1. You called 2-0.
I said 2-1. Unless
can we please have a?
I definitively remember saying.
Who do you think
2-1.
called what? You think Recoil's wrong? No, I think Recoil's wrong. Okay, we just throw this thing away. Could throw this. Anyway, so I think guys, on that note, it's probably best we take a little bit of a break. We will be back, of course, with Bravado versus Energy. No one saw that coming. In the BO5 Grand Final at 6:30. Of course, Energy eSports will have a bit of a handicap going into that one, as Bravado do currently have a one-game advantage. Until then, see you soon.